Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner and welcome to your latest live watch along. Club World Cup is upon us. It was a fantastic, I thought it was a fantastic first match. I know even though it was 0-0, many would have probably looked at that and thought, nah, what's so fantastic about that? I'm just very excited about this competition, man. This competition is something different. It's got a good vibe about it. The opening ceremony was lit. The crowd, the fans looked very, very lit. And I thought it was a nice first game. Now we move on to obviously the second game. My days, Auckland City got handed a lesson by Bayern Munich, and that was going to happen. I'm not really surprised. I mean, maybe by the scoreline, I'm a little bit surprised, but that was always going to happen, that they were going to get some sort of a shellacking. Now we're up to the third game: PSG versus Atletico Madrid. Ishan, my man, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. It's FIFA Club World Cup season, and this is the first. I mean, the first of its new format. By the way, we're
Mm.
already a champion. We're already a defending champion. By the way, FYI. All right, but this one is a new format. It'd be good if you'd win
I
it, but
don't I
26.
don't think we are defending champion though. There's
No,
been
no, no.
another
We're not.
one.
We're not.
There's been we're not defending champion.
We're not defending champions.
But yeah, this is a new format. We've won Club World Cup before, but this format obviously is far more inclusive, far more comprehensive. Joshua, big up, Ms. and Ishan, big up to you all as well. Thank you. PSG versus Atletico Madrid. I think it's going to be a good game. Before we get into that game, Ishan, this competition, and to the live chat as well, let me know. Like, I'm taking this quite seriously, man. This is a
Yeah.
serious level of competition. I see the squad that everyone's got. They've got all serious level players. Like, all the
Yeah.
clubs out there are actually bringing their proper squads. I think they're taking this quite seriously. The money involved in this competition is crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
there are still few fans that are saying, "Nah, I don't take this seriously at all." What's your thoughts on Club World Cup with this format?
No, I think so. I take it seriously, man. I know why the other clubs or probably the players as well are not taking seriously is because of two reasons. One, there are only two clubs each, of each league who are getting selected, and that they are playing in this competition, right? So from Premier League, it's
Yeah.
like Man City and Chelsea, right? From La Liga, it's Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, right? So you see a huge chunk of fans, let's say from a Barcelona who's not qualified for this competition, or let's say like a Liverpool, like a Man United who's not qualified for the competition, also would not be interested in this competition, right? So, but
Mm.
it is what it is. We'll have to give our flowers to the, let's say, the concept of this competition, saying that like every league, the two biggest team in the from the past 4 5 years that they've played, the best performing teams have been picked for this competition, and they're going to go in this tournament, and that full-fledged tournament with group stage, there's going to be round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final. So look,
Mm.
it is a big one. And Miss, did you see the trophy? The trophy is cool. That
Yeah.
trophy is some good trophy. You cannot downplay that
Sensa-
trophy.
Sensational trophy, man. The trophy looks amazing. The money involved as well. There's around
Yeah.
$1 billion up for grabs. That's the prize pool. Every win, you're picking up some money. Even if it's a draw, you're picking up some money. And then every stage, as you progress, you're picking up more money. And by the time, if you do end up winning it, you could potentially win anything approximately up to, I believe, £100 million. That's in pounds. So in USD is a lot more. I think in USD it's something more than what the Champions League winners end up getting. So
Yeah.
serious level money involved here. This is not to be messed about. And there's a lot of talks on social media that Enzo Maresca is doing his level best to ingrain this information to the players and making them understand how serious this competition is. Ishan, I think that's the most important part. The players need to
Yeah.
feel that for me, the season's really not over. For me, this is a continuation of last season. I think the
Right.
season's over once this is over, and then the preseason starts, which is literally in a couple of weeks' time, and then the new season. For me, I hope the players truly understand, and I think they do, that this competition, it's a global competition, lots of
Yeah.
clubs involved, and
Right.
many people are watching this. You saw the crowd for yesterday, Inter Miami versus Al Ahly.
Yeah.
I think it was something around 61,000 or something crazy. It was a lot of people. Ishan, I
Right.
hope the players understand that this is, you got to put your best effort. You have to put your best effort.
You'll have to, man. You'll have to. It's not a Mickey Mouse competition, like you said. I mean, all right, let's be very clear. Group stage might be comparatively easier, right? But
Yeah.
once you enter the knockout stages, it's gonna be serious mission. Do you know what I mean? It's not gonna
Mm,
be just walk in the park.
no.
And I think so that you're going to face the best of the teams, and we've seen the different kind of predictions all over the social media. We know the fact that whenever you touch that round of 16, things are kicking off. Things are kicking off,
Mm,
and it's not going to be easy. But again, look, one thing that I really like about this competition, Miz, is and kudos to the ones who've made the group stage as well. I don't know if it was like handpicked or something the way they used to do it in UEFA competitions, Champions League and so forth.
that's a
But
very good point, actually. Yeah. How was it? Was it handpicked? I think it might have been handpicked, Ishan. I think it was. Yeah.
it
Not
was, I
quite
don't know, but whatever
remembering.
it was, I think so. Kudos to them, whichever way they've picked it. The group stages, Miss, since it's going to be easier, like we just spoke, it's going to be a good opportunity to try on new players, right? Not just for our
Yeah.
club Chelsea, but also all the clubs, in whoever it is in this competition, and especially look at in today's game. All right, PSG, they'll try to continue what they showed at the UEFA Champions League final. They'll try to transpose that form and then momentum into this competition and to this game facing Atletico Madrid. But teams like a Chelsea who signed Lam Delap, teams like a Man City who signed with the likes of Ryan Reidners and Sharkey and then Ait Nouri, this competition, at least the group stage, would be such a good platform for these teams
Mm,
and particularly these players to
yeah.
groove into the mix and just gel together with the team, and then start clicking it up when the competition goes. uh, whatever the display is, or whatever the output is from this competition out of these teams, they'll like to carry that confidence forward to their respective leagues whenever it starts in the
That's
next season.
true.
You know
That's
what I
very
mean?
true. This
Yeah.
is important that you play well here so you can kickstart next season with a lot of confidence. This is very true. You don't want to bomb this competition and then start the season in a very sour note.
Yeah.
It's true. Ishan, let's talk about PSG versus Atletico Madrid. We'll have a look at the group as well. Let me just bring this up. Let's have a quick look at the FIFA Club World Cup group. FIFA Club World Cup groups. Let's have a look at this. Um, let's bring this up. I like him, man. I really enjoyed the game yesterday, Inter Miami versus Al Ahly. It was a good time for me. It was 10 a.m., so I loved it.
Yeah.
And I thought Al Ahly, how it was 0-0, I'm not sure. At halftime, it really should have been. It really should have been done and dusted.
Yeah.
But second half, I think it was a little bit more even. Now, this is the group, Ishan, Group B. As you can see, you've got
Yeah.
PSG, you've got Atletico Madrid, and I think Botafogo. Is Botafogo live chat? Let me know. Nishan, is that a Brazilian team, Botafogo?
I think so. Yes, Botafogo is a Brazilian team.
Yeah, live
Let me
chat.
just.
Let me know.
Yeah.
And then I think this is Seattle Saunders, which is an American-based team. Ishan, if the way we predict, if PSG come top of this group and we come top of our group, and then we face, I believe, Benfica, if everything sort of goes, the Bayern Munich tops their
Yeah.
group,
Yeah.
then we could potentially meet PSG in quarterfinals if everything
Correct.
goes in line. Now, having said that, I kind of feel I don't want to cheer for PSG, even though you know me. I like PSG with Luis Enrique, and I've cheered for them in the Champions League final. We're very
Yeah.
excited. I remember us watching it together. Um, I have to say, Ishan, in this one, I might have to go for Atletico Madrid. I probably want Atletico Madrid to come first. I don't want PSG.
You dirty,
I,
dirty.
I'm I'm doing some dirty conniving things. Do you know what I mean? I might cheer for Atletico Madrid. I might cheer for my Diego
Bro.
Simeone. Gallagher, Gallagher, Galadog. He's
Galaha, Galadog.
Gallagher. He's playing for Atletico Madrid. He's not starting. We're going to get to the lineup very soon.
Yeah.
Ishan, would you want Atletico Madrid to come first, or what's your thoughts on this?
I would have anybody come first and not face PSG at the quarterfinals. You know what I mean? I don't want to face PSG, man. With what I've seen in that Champions League final. I want none of the PSG. You know what I mean? Get
Yeah.
PSG out right now. You know, let any miracle happen. Botafogo, I'm opting for you. Beat PSG. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think so. It would be great to have Atletico top that group so that we can face Atletico going forward. But then again, at the end of the day, Miss, we know the fact that luck does matter. You know, luck does matter. But then you'll have to beat the best of the best to just win it. It's not the first kind of tournament that we've been into. If you
Mm.
cross the round of 16, it's similar to what UEFA Champions League was, back in a couple of years ago, 2 3 years ago, in the older format, right? So we know what the
Yeah.
best of the teams looks like. But then 100%, I would root for Atletico Madrid to win this match. But I don't think so. They're gonna do it against the likes of PSG and Luis Enrique, because we will talk about that. We'll talk about that more in detail.
Well,
But
well,
yeah.
we'll definitely talk about that. Look, even though PSG are strong favorites for this game, and rightly so, off the back of how they've done in the Champions League, but this Atletico Madrid team should never be looked down upon. Diego Simeone is a fantastic manager. Atletico Madrid, they're a very gritty team, and we're going to get to that very very soon. I just want to quickly take this comment here by Digital Arts. Miss, pay attention to Inter Miami goalkeeper. It might be the first game, but he looks very good. Now, he is. He looked very, very good. He was definitely the man of the match. Look, if you think that Chelsea are going to put an offer, I don't think so. The guy's like 38. We can't even get the deal for Mike Mignon done, let alone Ostario or whatever his name is. He's 38. Our owners and our directors, they probably look at a 38-year-old that's someone who's become a spirit, is not part of this world. Do you know what I mean? Forget about
Yeah.
grave, forget about retiring. 38 for
Mm.
our owners and our directors is you're in the spirits. You don't really exist. If you're not 25 or less,
Yeah.
don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. All right, Ishan, let's have a look at Atletico Madrid's team. Oblak in goalkeeping position, Galan in left back, Longley, Lenormand, who's a Spanish international, and the right back they've got Lorente. Up front they've got Diego Simeone's son. I don't know what's his first name. Does anyone know his first name? Anyway, Simeone, his last name, of course. DePaul, Barrios, Lino, and then up front they've got Griezmann and Alvarez. It's a good team, and look out for Alvarez. Ishan, he's on fire. There we go. That's his first name, Giuliano. I knew the live chat's always aware. What do you think
Yeah.
about this Atletico Madrid lineup, bro?
I think so. It's not going to be easy for PSG. That's what I know. And you know what I expect? Now, the way PSG has performed in the finals of the Champions League, or the way Inter Milan represented themselves at that final, I think so. This is going to be way tougher than what they expect. You cannot come out and say that you're going to expect that 4 goal, 5 goal extravaganza game. Out of nowhere. Oh my God, RKO. That's not going to happen, right? In this game, I think so. It's Atletico Madrid is going to be well sound. Look, we know how Diego Simeone team actually plays out. It's going to be the very rigid low block, counter attack, classic counter attack, transition and counter transition, but the low block stays there.
Low block, the extreme low block of Atletico
Yes.
Madrid.
Correct. And I mean, look, in these kind of competition, it actually matters. Low blocks are
Yeah.
the teams who use low block matters.
These sort of club competitions, like your Champions Leagues, like especially in the
Yeah.
knockout stages, or like this sort of World Cup kind of format, these
Mm.
low block teams generally do well, Ishan. It's not about
Yes.
tiki taka football, because that's great in the league. You want to play,
Yes. Yes.
38 in these type of competitions. Do not be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, if Atletico Madrid, don't think Atletico Madrid lubed themselves up nicely, bend over backwards and telling PSG, come on, jam it up. No, if anything, Diego Simeone, he's come up with a plan. He's definitely come up
Yeah.
with a plan.
Yeah.
Before we get to the plan, Chelsea Empire, thank you so much. Gifted 5, the other side of the coin membership. Appreciate that, brother, so much. Thank you. Thank you. Really, really appreciate that. Um, Ishan, this is the team for PSG. Carrasquelia, Gonzalo Ramos, Desiree Doe. Oh my days, he's such a good player.
Yo. Wow. Wow.
João Neves, Vitinha, and Fabian Ruiz, that midfield three. I've tweeted out not that long ago saying that I can't wait to
Yeah.
meet that midfield three. We've got a
Yeah.
very good midfield as well. Hakimi,
Yeah.
Marquinhos, Pacho, Mendes, Donnarumma. This is a strong team. Besides Dembele, it's a very, very strong team, Ishan. What do you think about this
Mm.
team?
Now PSG, Miss, I'm just awestruck with their midfield, and we've spoken this plenty of times. Since the UEFA competition, since the UEFA
Mm.
knockout stages, since they smashed Arsenal, they smashed Liverpool. Since the Liverpool game, I'm telling to you about this three guys in the midfield: Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, and João Neves. Just watch these three guys in the live chat. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Even in today's match, right? Uh,
Too good.
if I mean, this is going to be a low block. Just watch these three. Focus on these three. Let the ball do its thing on the side. Just focus on these three and their movements. You'll see how great of a synchronization these three players
Mm.
have got themselves. And big up to Luis Enrique for that. These guys just operate like Beyblade and machine, just like Miz likes to tell, right? So I
Yeah.
mean, these three guys are great. Watch these three out. Now the game for Atletico will be, if you probably take out two of the three guys, yeah, either maybe a Fabian Ruiz or
Mm.
Vitinha. Vitinha is going to be the main here, wild card here. If you take two of the three guys out, you might have a chance to win the midfield. If you have the chance to win the midfield, you'll have the chance to take the control of the game entirely, because their game is controlled heavily by the midfield. It's the midfield
Yeah.
who actually commands the game, right? If you take two of the three out, I think so there will be a lot of chance. And I believe the fact that guys like Rodrigo de Paul and also
I was going to say,
Alvarez.
De Paul is going to be huge for Atletico Madrid
Yes,
to
yes.
disrupt that midfield.
100%, and I believe the same. Rodrigo de Paul, Simeone, Barrios, and also Alvarez. Dropping back deep can be a very pivotal part of the game for Atletico Madrid. If they manage to take out two of the three, they're
By
going
the
to
way,
command.
don't disregard Griezmann from deep areas, Ishan, finding
Oh,
those
100%.
balls through
Yes,
midfield. Griezmann, very important player as well.
very important player. But again, going back to the PSG point, Marquinhos and Pacho have been really good for PSG. Have been
Mm.
really good. Look, I know the fact that
And
they're
their
playing in the
fullbacks as
Farmers
well,
League.
man. The fullbacks
Yeah,
been
oh, 100%.
amazing.
Oh, I've not even come to them. You know what I mean? The team is stacked. But look, oh my days. But yeah, look, I mean, we know the fact that they're a League One team, Farmers League, XYZ,
Mm.
whatever it is. But the way these guys have performed and showed the maturity in the entire Champions League campaign has been nothing but exceptional. Marquinhos, a legend already of the game, right? And he deserved that Champions League more than anybody else. And
100%.
Pacho as well, man. I cannot deny the fact that he's learned from Marquinhos, the best in the town, and the midfield is, I mean, the defense is going to be very tough to crack. So look, Miss, this what I predict is PSG is a very balanced team, right? The way
Mm.
they attack, they're solid in defense as well, and and their midfield operating and with synchronization, it's a very well balanced team, right? Atletico Madrid more on the defensive side is what they try to
Yeah.
showcase it to the team, and then there is those transitions and counter attacks. Fine, it's going to be a very interesting game to see who scores first. The team who scores first
Mm.
is going to have an upper hand and going to really struggle to outscore the next team.
No, I agree, man. And look, going back to your point about Pacho becoming very well developed, structured, it's so important, ladies and gentlemen, to have a talisman, have a, like a leader, top leader in the likes of Marquinhos, a defensive leader. Pacho, he's a young defender who is learning firsthand from Marquinhos directly, and we cannot disregard this. And this is something that we lack at Chelsea Football Club. We are so hell bound on getting young players, develop young. This is the experience that I'm talking about. Having someone like Marquinhos next to Pacho, it just helps Pacho to move to the next level. Imagine
Correct.
Pacho had another. Imagine Pacho had another Pacho next to him. Two Pachos learning from each other, then they'll be creating mistakes. Look, I'm not. I'm not even kidding. I'm talking about base level. Like I see my son, and when I go to training sessions, and then they're only under eights, right? That it's little, but
Yeah.
you just see when my son is next to, like, sometimes the coaches, they come in, they try and
Mm.
participate in the training session, and when my son generally plays defensive midfield or center back, whenever he's got the coach next to him, he just becomes even elevated because the coach is directing him, stay, go, let's push up, stay wide, come in, like. And my son, one thing about him, he's a very good listener. He listens
Yeah.
and he follows instructions.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, because I see it in game day sometimes, like when he's with his another 7-year-old partner, like
Mm.
my son's very, like, this one thing he's very good at. He knows his positions. So when he's playing
Yeah.
defensive midfield or center back, he likes to play in that position and cover ground in a
Yeah.
systematic manner, as opposed to running up and down like any 7-year-old would do. So his partner, as a CB, would just go all the way up, like become a striker, will go all the way to the wing. So as you can see, and this is a drastic example, Ishan, but
Yeah.
when you got two young people, you're gonna have that level of craziness. Obviously, my example is
Right.
extreme level, but you know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. When there is a senior
Correct.
next to you, you're far more, in tune to listen to orders. So
Correct.
sometimes I feel like
Yeah.
Chelsea Football Club in the centre back position kind of misses out on that level of
Hundred
um,
percent.
experience. But yeah, big up to Ruth. I just wanted to bring this up. It's my birthday. Ruth, happy birthday. Live chat gives
Happy
Ruth
birthday.
a happy birthday as well, which is
Happy birthday,
fantastic.
Ruth. Big up to you, buddy.
Big up, Ruth. Happy birthday. Let's take some more comments. Match will start in about another 7 minutes. Shubha. So Ms. Junior is basically David Luiz notice. Look, do you know what? I'm not trying to get ahead. Like, I'm not boasting or anything. Like, over the last 6 months, his game has improved. Like, I bark a lot of orders as well. Like, I've been told off by the coaches, "Hey, Miz, like, keep it shut." Like, we're the coaches here. Don't be barking orders from the sideline. Because you know me, like, doing
The
YouTube
coach is
and this.
afraid you might take their job.
Yeah, like, I get
Coach is
involved,
afraid.
and sometimes I bark orders and from the sideline, and then I have to call myself. But now the coaches are doing a great job. But I've seen his game as a 7-year-old, like, it's quite advanced. Like, he understands it very well, where he needs to be positionally. He's passing. He's always, like, all his mates in his group, as you can understand, these are 7-year-olds. Like, they're kids, right? These
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
these are not grown adults, right?
Right.
All his friends are always, like, as you can understand, as kids, they're just swarmed around. They're running all together,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's the only one doesn't run around like a headless chicken. Like he's
Yeah.
playing his positions. He knows when to go get the ball. He's looking for passes. He's telling. He gets the ball. He's not panicking. He looks up and he goes, "Come on, come on, move that way, move that." Like he's instructing
That's
play,
great. Yeah.
which I think is very very good. So hopefully, let's see where this goes. But
Future Van Dyke. We're gonna have a future Van Dyke.
he loves playing behind. He doesn't enjoy playing up front. He loves from deep positions. He likes to instruct, and then he drives from deep areas. I've posted a couple of his goals on Instagram as well. Comes from deep areas to score goals. So let's see what happens. Still early days. I think physically he needs to. I get it. He's 7, so he's small, but he needs to put on a little bit more meat because some of his friends are a bit bigger. But for his size, he battles well. He battles well. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Your son has been influenced by Pep. I think it's me that influences him to play out from the back. But let's see.
But does he watch any games though? Does he watch any games?
No. Do you know what the crazy thing is, Ishan?
Yeah.
He hates watching football. He doesn't like watching football. Yeah, he loves playing it. He doesn't like watching. So when I'm watching, I tell him, come watch with me. He'll watch for 15 minutes max. And then he's like, I can't. I need to play. I want to play. I don't want to just watch.
Wow.
And then I have to tell him that, look, by watching, you'll understand the game a lot more. Watch how these guys play.
Yeah.
Watch how they position. Then he goes to me, but Dad, I got you. Like, you tell me how to play. I don't need to watch this. You tell me how to play.
Wow.
No,
Dad, you watch, and make me play. I ain't watching none of that shit. All right, you watch, make me play.
I do hope one day down the track, like he does feel like that he can enjoy a game. But yeah, for some reason he just doesn't watch games, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the new generation, man. Like TikTok generation, bro. That they just don't have the patience to watch all these
eventually
games.
he will, because maybe going in future when he see his friends boasting about all the clubs that they watch and like, maybe he'll start watching. So
maybe. Let's see, man. This stadium, Ishan. I don't know if you're watching. It looks amazing, Ishan. This stadium. Wow,
bro, American stadiums are crazy. Crazy.
Yep. One thing about America, ladies and gentlemen, stadiums, they know how to build stadiums, bro. And this is why I guess our owners, they've come to Chelsea Football Club and they're like, why is this Stamford Bridge, bro? What is this nonsense?
Man? What is this?
Look at the stadiums in America, man. Every single one of them is lit. Every single one of them is different to each other. Bro, it's amazing.
And
it's amazing.
That's how they get the peace, right? I know that you invest in a stadium, that's a big investment, like billions, right? But that's how you get the revenue in a longer term. They know that making small piece is fine, will make you in an advantage position in the profit books. But for longer term, you need to build a good stadium, rack it up like that, like the Americans, and then probably go big on the ticket prices and all. If you come into Stamford Bridge and say that, all right, maybe let's raise the ticket prices, that won't justify. You know what I mean? And maybe that's why we got a lot of fans backlash about the ticket raises lately whenever we had the new owner shift. But yeah, that's why probably they're one of the main aim was to build a new stadium. I don't know what's going on with that. Why aren't we though?
Bro, there's a lot of problems in regards to building a new stadium. First of all, that area of London is surrounded with a lot of residential houses next to it. So if you want to expand, it's not easily expandable because there's no space. The other thing that they were thinking was maybe stand by stand, increase each stand by its maximum capacity. But even that, Ishan, it's not really gonna make it. The maximum you can go is maybe 60,000, and a club like Chelsea Football Club, if I'm being honest, You need 80,000 bare minimum. You need
Yeah,
80,000
80
because
plus.
it's a huge club in Europe, right? So
Correct. Correct.
um, the other option is moving to a totally new area, new destination. But
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a problem.
yeah.
There's a problem with that as well because the pitch owners, you see, the pitch in Stamford Bridge
Big
is
owners.
owned by
Yes.
the people. So they'll
Correct.
be like, "Where do you think you're moving?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is the
yeah, yeah.
pitch." So
Oh my
that
days.
there's a lot of yeah, there's a lot of issues around that, and
But Miss, I mean, let alone the American stadiums, eh? Even if you go to Spain and look at their stadiums, bro, their stadiums are racked. Forget about
bro,
even Camp Nou and Santiago Bernabeu. Look at Sevilla Stadium. Look at Celta Vigo Stadium. Their stadiums are lit.
lit, and forget about Spanish stadiums or European stadiums. I don't know if you've seen stadiums in the Middle East, Ishan. Like some of the stadiums
Oh,
in Saudi
oh yes.
Arabia, in Qatar, pro
Oh my.
state
They got the
of the
piece, man.
art stadium, state of the art,
Yes.
man. Victor in the building, big up, guys. I hope the way this PSG project has flourished gives you all hope in Clear Lake model up the Chelsea. Look, Victor, this is
Victor
where
does not disappoint.
we need
PSG
to.
versus Atletico Madrid, Miz, and Victor like, I don't care. I'm gonna come to Miz.
Victor, this is where we have to. Like, I've seen a lot of people make this comparison. Let me shed some light, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about this, Victor. Victor, from top to bottom, they've got an owner like the Qatari owners, and they've got a president like Al Khalifi, who are they've been hungry to win the Champions League. They've been hungry to win the trophy. They've done everything possible. Do you feel our owners, honestly speaking, are hungry to win trophies? I mean, look at the way PSG are recruiting as well. They're getting the best of that youth level project. They're getting the best of the best. I'm not really sure whether always we get the best of the. Sometimes we do. Esteval Willian is probably one of the best in class, but not always we're getting the best of the best. Then they have Luis Campos. We have Winston Lee and Lawrence Stewart. There's levels to this game. Luis Campos
Yeah,
and Winston Lee and Lawrence Stewart, absolutely levels to this game. And they've got Luis Enrique as the manager, and we've got Enzo Maresca. Now, no disrespect to Enzo Maresca, I think in his rookie season, or you know, we can be appreciative of what he's done, but comparing it to Luis Enrique, I don't think it's wise. So I hope, Victor, you understand there's big differences here, man. It's not just about, oh, they're doing a youth style, we're doing. I mean, Ishan, do you agree with this as well?
um yeah, I mean, I agree to what you're saying, man. I mean, look, um well, by the way, look how focused Atletico Madrid is. I mean, sorry, I went off topic there, but bro, I mean, look,
It's gonna be a good game, bro.
the point is, can we actually take PSG as like the creme de la creme and take inspiration from them, where this is like the first Champions League victory for in their history? Do you know what I mean? So the model that they were playing, of course they've changed it. They've tried to do everything that they could, brought in big players and then they let them go as well. And now it seems like they're more focused on bringing in a very experienced manager. We didn't, right? And I think so that's where the difference is between PSG and us. PSG has got their model right, because they have filled up players and they've filled up gaps in the entire team where they're supposed to, with the required expertise and the required level.
Mm.
Kvaratskhelia, and the biggest of all
Yeah,
is Luis Enrique, the manager. We haven't done that. We haven't done that. I'm sure of the fact that you guys would still think that, all right, Nicholas Jackson isn't the striker for us. We've bought Liam
mm,
Delap. Is he the one who's going to take us over the line? No, 100% not, right? Is he the one who's going to make us win the Champions League next season, or probably give us a top two, or maybe win us the Premier League? No. So what have we done, right?
absolutely agreed, man. Like We've done some good business. I'm not going to lie about that, but there's a look. There's a balance, Victor. You're doing too much, and then there are
Hmm.
people that are doing too less. I think there's a in between
Where you have to do the adequate, but it has to serve the purpose of what you want out of it. You know what I mean? So like if you sign if you know that the fact that you have to sign a keeper, go for a keeper. You don't dally around Mannion. You know what I mean?
correct.
If you know the fact that Sanchez is not the one, get rid of him and not play around again in the next season.
100% agree. Match is about to start, ladies and gentlemen. The kickoff is now on. Here we go. We're off. It's gone out for a throw in. I think I'm like miles behind. Why am I
You're
always
you're
miles
miles
behind?
behind, man. Can you just
Yeah.
check if you can do something?
Are you on Dan's, Ishan, by any chance?
Yeah, I'm on dance. I'm on dance.
I'm on Dan's as well, man. But for some reason, they always have me miles behind, man. Let me start again. I
Yeah,
hate how
you're
I'm
in down
always.
under.
Yesterday as well, I noticed I was miles behind. But let's see. Yeah, I'm still a long way behind. But anyway,
Can you let me know your timing? Yeah,
I'm at
timer.
54 seconds, 55 seconds, 56 seconds, 57 seconds, 58
Okay, let
seconds,
me know when
59.
you reach 117. Then I'll play, and then we'll be just
I don't
probably
know.
15 minutes, 15 seconds apart.
Why am I so behind, Ishan?
You because you live down under, buddy. The network.
All right, I'm at 115, 17.
Hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Nearly a minute behind, man, which is, I don't like it. I don't like it from real time. But anyway, it is what it is. What can I do? I'm on the Dan's website. In fact, sorry, on the Dan's app.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. All right, let's see what people are saying. Hopefully, this turns out to be a very good game. It may not as well, if I'm being absolutely honest, because Atletico
Yeah.
Madrid, ladies and gentlemen, they don't always like playing good football. they don't,
Yeah.
they're about effective football. Ramos is saying, Liz, was there no way for us to take Mudryk to Club World Cup? Absolutely no way, man. I think he's on some sort of a provisional suspension because of his, drug doping issues, or lack of depth is a bad winger, and I truly felt he was the cusp of exploding before he got banned. Yeah, I'm not really sure about if he was on the cusp of exploding. I don't know where people get this, man. Oh,
Wow, what
sheesh!
a free kick,
But I'm telling
man!
you,
Like Alvarez.
This Julian Alvarez. Oh my days, Ishan, that was
Wow,
close.
that was a beautiful free kick.
Wow.
Hey, by the way,
Julian
did you
Alvarez.
notice, Miz? The color of the ball, the official match ball, resonates with Atletico Madrid's color.
Oh, does it? I
It's the
didn't
same.
notice.
Yeah, it's the same color. Yeah,
Nice,
you're
nice,
saying
nice.
something on Julian Alvarez,
Oh,
man.
yeah. No, on Mudryk. Ishan, why do some people have this feeling Mudryk was about to explode as a footballer before he got banned? Did I miss something? I never saw anything like that he was about to explode into some sort of a unbelievable. He was still lacking in many departments.
Or people might be in awe with his performance at the Conference League against
Mm,
McDonald's FC. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You don't do like that, man. You don't do like that. Have some levels. But now I think so. We should be over the Mudryk story. I don't think so. He's gonna
Yeah,
continue.
I think his Chelsea career is over. I
Yeah.
fear for his football career, if I'm being honest. Cooper, big up his first game 0-0, second game 10-0. This game better be good. Yeah. There's no in between, huh? There's no in between. But I think this will be far more balanced game, I feel.
Look,
Um,
oh, Miss, look at Kvaratskhelia. Did you
oh,
just see
wow.
that? Oh my
Yeah.
days.
So good. So good. So good.
it's like some dribblers who just stutter, right? Like someone like a Jadon Sancho. He does dribble. He's probably good at one on one, but he stutters. I mean, when he's dribbling, right? Kvaratskhelia is just like just,
Ka-
just magical, man.
Karas Kvaratskhelia is like direct. He
Yeah.
dribbles straight towards you, and it's scary.
Yes.
Look, anyone that dribbles sideways, that's easy to defend. You just keep shifting sideways. Dribblers that dribble right at you, oh, that's
Yeah.
scary. That's very
That's
difficult to
scary.
defend because the defender's leg starts becoming wobbly because you're moving backwards.
Yeah. And he doesn't even pause when he's dribbling. You know what I mean?
No,
Just to take the momentum. He just plays with the
full
momentum so
throttle,
beautifully.
full
Yeah.
throttle, full throttle. Because that's how you can disrupt the opposition. If you
Yeah.
stutter, no. The real Kevin K exploding probably in the bedroom only, not on the pitch. Oh my days. DLM Superplex, Ukrainian Neymar, brother, means Ukrainian Neymar. My God. Shubra is saying that's the difference between good dribblers and great dribblers. Nah, agreed. Absolutely agreed, man. Absolutely agreed.
By the way,
Already,
PSG.
Ishan.
Yeah.
Already, Ishan, I can see Atletico Madrid just sitting in a nice,
See,
beautiful, low to mid block.
yes.
They're not
That's what
interested.
I was just about to
They're
say.
not,
They're not interested.
Ishan,
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid is just looking at PSG. We're not interested. We're not interested at all.
When I
Oh,
understand.
oh,
Yeah.
you're here to play football.
Yeah. Yeah, look at them. So chill, so calm, and just like they have to defend.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, every now and then they'll press like then, and then as soon as they see that the press didn't work, yep, let's drop all the way back.
Yeah. They'll have to be careful though. But I think so. It's a very smart move by Atletico. I mean, I know that's their bread and butter, this tactics, right? But it's a very smart move to have PSG to let PSG come at them and tire them relentlessly. And probably at the later
Mm.
stage of the game, Atletico might look to charge because they know that
Yeah,
if you have the ball, you're gonna get tired.
Atletico Madrid are a very, very smart team, Ishan. What, as you've just said,
Yeah.
they don't like to burn energy too quick. They want to preserve energy, and then right when you are tired,
Yes.
strike.
Yes. Yes.
They believe in endurance a lot more than flair. Like some teams, they love flair. They like to be
Yeah.
very exciting on the ball. Atletico, they could care less about being exciting. They do not worry
Oh
one bit about
yes.
their main
Hmm.
their main objective is be effective. Be effective. That's it.
Yeah. And not just that, but they also have someone like a Griezmann, who's like the architect that we like to call, right? The architect of the team, who can create something out of nothing. And in the
Mm.
stages where you're lagging behind, in whichever ways, if you're lagging, if the team is lagging behind, you've got guys like Griezmann who can create as well. Use has the pace,
Absolutely.
can create and also finish. So fair play.
Yeah, absolutely, man. They have enough pace. They've got pace with Julian Alvarez. They've got
Yes.
pace from midfield as well. So if they can
Yes.
get a break and look out for Simeone's son, Giuliano Simeone, a lot of pace. So if they get a one missed time pass from PSG and they can counter with pace, then you'll see Griezmann how he just lets go of a pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, to find those players, and PSG defense better be on their toes. Shubra saying, but Simeone needs to do more, in my opinion. He's the highest paid manager in the world, and Atletico spends big money every season. Look, yes, they do, but it's like this, I suppose, Shubra. This is something Diego Simeone knows how to do so well. when you know something so well, execute that at the best level.
Yeah.
No need to try
Yeah.
and learn a new thing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like,
Correct.
Simeone is not going to try and be Pep Guardiola overnight. This is something
Correct.
Simeone has believed for. How long has his managerial career been now, Ishan?
Oh, huge.
Jeez.
I don't know. Uh, just forget
Nearly
about
20.
his entire. Look at how many years he's managed the same Atletico Madrid club. I mean, that in itself is huge.
Exactly. I think he's probably been a manager for nearly 20 years. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong
Yeah.
in the live chat. But you can sit there and say, yeah, there have been times where it hasn't worked out. But there has been times where it has worked out.
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid should never win the La Liga. That's the honest truth. They should never win the La Liga. It should always be Real Madrid and Barcelona because of their budget and because of the caliber of players that they have. But Diego Simeone in his time has won 2 La Ligas.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
And given
not.
if you had given him the budget that Barcelona and Madrid used to get or are getting, then probably these guys might be on the top in every league.
And don't
In
forget,
every
Atletico
season.
Madrid made back-to-back Champions League finals, I believe.
Yeah.
And they are very unlucky that they missed out on the one that they played against Real Madrid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think both of them were Real Madrid, right? Both of the finals were Real Madrid.
The Sergio Ramos header was against them.
Yeah,
If I
and that
remember.
was a 95th minute header or something
95th
like that
minute.
by
Yeah.
Sergio.
Yeah.
All right, come on, man. There we go. Look at the low block. Look at the low block.
Oh,
Ooh. But,
the one touch pass, the tiki taka. You're gonna see that.
Did he join in 2011? Something like that, man. It has to be close to 15 years managing Atletico Madrid. It's quite ridiculous.
And that's quite interesting point to talk about as well, miss, because look, people usually now say the fact that, after Pep Guardiola has taken over the world football, and that style of play has, really taken over, and all the managers trying to adapt that are probably trying to counter that, and they end up adapting to that, whichever ways, right? Now you
Yep.
have someone like Carlo Ancelotti, who's been probably the best or most successful manager the world football has ever seen, right? People are talking about his tactics and his technique going a bit stale, right? Him,
Yeah.
even after winning so much, being the most successful manager in the world football. But nobody's talking that about Diego Simeone. And he's still there managing this club, being there or thereabouts in the top of the league, and of course being one of the lethal teams in the European competition as well. So you'll have to give your flowers to Diego Simeone for that, because the technique, the um, tactics that he uses for Atletico Madrid with the bunch of players that he's created, you know what I mean? And he's kept them relevant and challenging, and up for the competition, even against the biggest and strongest teams in Europe. You'll have to give your flowers to them, man. To Diego Simeone.
I absolutely agree, man. I absolutely agree. What Diego Simeone has done with Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, if you guys remember in the live chat, before Diego Simeone, they were not huge in my opinion. Like they were good, but they were not
Yeah.
huge. Diego Simeone made them relevant, man. Made them really
Yeah.
relevant to the point where they're a powerhouse. You'd have to say they're a powerhouse in Europe now. So
Yeah.
prior to that, look, I remember Atletico Madrid having players like Fernando Torres, having players like Aguero. But you can never say Atletico Madrid was a powerhouse, in my opinion.
Yeah.
DLM Superplex, they knocked out strong Barca sides in the quarterfinals in both these seasons. Yeah.
See?
There you go.
Yeah. See?
Absolutely, man. PSG trying to play out from the back, lots of passes, but finding it difficult in these early stages, but we'll see how the game goes.
I was just wondering, yeah, if they had this Marquinhos and prime Thiago Silva playing together, it would have been legendary. But they
Uh,
did play actually, right? But when
they
Thiago
did.
Silva was just leaving. But that AC, I'm talking about that AC Milan Thiago Silva. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that prime Thiago Silva. I mean, look, Thiago Silva came very close to winning the Champions League with
With
PSG
PSG, yeah, yeah, they lost on the
against
finals.
Bayern. Yeah, against Bayern Munich. I thought PSG had the better game. I still remember that final.
Yeah,
But Bayern Munich obviously.
bro. But Maze, look at Brazil. Yeah, they have Marquinhos and Saliba as a centre back pair. That's crazy.
That's pretty incredible. No, Saliba is not Brazilian. Saliba is French. Marquinhos
Oh,
and Magalhaes.
Gabriel,
Magalhaes.
Gabriel. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Gabriel.
We're actually going to be able to see Thiago Silva in this Club World Cup. He plays for Fluminense,
Yeah, Fluminense.
so we'll be able to watch Thiago Silva. I'm pretty sure he's still too good.
Oh, bro, I wish we still had him in our club.
I mean, honestly, we probably could have kept him for at least another season. We really could have.
Yeah,
Would have been good.
I really wanted someone like a Levi Colwell to learn from him because I think so. He needs some learning. I don't think so. He's
Yeah.
entirely a bad, uh, you know,
No. He's
player. But I would,
Liverpool is not a bad defender at all. It's just
yeah,
obviously he's
he
had.
puts. Yeah,
Go on, bro.
I was saying he puts in the stinkers here or there, but oh,
Oh, close. I mean,
Kvaratskhelia.
this season predominantly he wasn't good. He really wasn't,
Yeah,
and there were times where I was genuinely upset with him, and rightly so. But in the last probably 7, 8 games, he put on very good performances. The performances that we know he can put. Um, I think it hasn't been easy for him at times, being part of an inexperienced defense. As you said, Levi Colwell would have done very well with an experienced person next to him. I don't know whether Levi Colwell and Thiago Silva would have worked because Thiago Silva is very calm type of defense. Levi Colwell needs an aggressor because Levi Colwell is not the aggressor generally.
mm,
But yeah, like maybe a Marquinhos, like Levi Colwell would have worked with a Marquinhos type of a defender. Look, I'm pretty
mm.
sure it probably would have worked with Thiago Silva as well. But this is the thing. I mean, Levi Colwell, bottom line, needed experience next to him.
Yeah. By the way, Ruth in the live chat is asking me how are you going to keep up with the timings. Most of the matches are zombie hours. Yeah, look, the absolute zombie hour matches is the ones that I'll have to pass. This one that
Yeah,
I can still manage. Now
and the
it's like
earlier
1
and the
a.m.
earlier one. This one and
Yeah,
the
earlier
one
one is
that.
fine. Yeah,
But the earlier
the
one is too
first,
crazy to me.
yeah, for Miz it's like zombie.
Yeah.
So crazy. So the first match is crazy for Miz. The last match is crazy for me, and the middle one is kind of fine for both.
Yep. Correct. Oh, goal! Oh my
Oh wow!
days!
What did I
Fabian
what did I tell you?
Ruiz,
What guys? What did I tell you? What did I tell you about the
bro.
midfield?
There's no stopping these guys, Ishan. There's just no stopping these
What?
guys, man.
That
You
was
can
a
have
sick
your
goal.
mid block, low block. They have players that can ping shots from distance. Fabian Ruiz again with a bullet shot. Diego Simeone is trying to
Wow.
build up his team, saying, "Come on, let's keep going." But these are the weapons that PSG have. They've got weapons everywhere. They got weapons up front. They got weapons in. Oh, what a shot, Ishan! What a shot, bro! What a
Bro, this player is a gem. This player is a gem. I'm telling you. The midfield, you can't teach that. You can't teach that. and they just keep scoring, be it in the Champions League finals, be it semi-finals, be it Club World Cup.
Bro,
Just watch
Sean,
the midfield, guys. I'm telling you.
I think I'm scared, bro. Do we do we have any
Do
chance
we
against
have to
these guys?
face this?
Now, honest question: do we have chance against these guys? Can we do something?
No chance. No
Anything?
chance. No chance. I don't
We
think
have
so.
to catch.
This is
We have to catch them on an off day, man. We have to catch them on an off day.
will they give us an off day? They won't give us, especially we're talking about the quarterfinal fix. Look at these guys.
Bro,
Look at that turn. Oh my days.
look at the pace. Look at the pace. Look at the pace. That's a foul. That's a foul.
Now Atletico Madrid, it'll be difficult. It'll be
Oh,
difficult
now,
for them.
now, now they have to come out. Now they have to
Yeah,
play.
they'll have
And
to
now
come
the
up.
game. Now this is the perfect scenario for PSG. This is what they did
Yes.
against Inter Milan in the Champions League final, ladies and gentlemen. Early goal rattled Inter Milan. Inter Milan then
Yeah.
obviously Champions League final. They have to come out and play a little bit, and then PSG picked them off, and picked them off.
And watch now, Miz, PSG unleashing the counter transition game with the likes of Hakimi, Kvaratskhelia, who's the fastest players, being very alert on the flanks. Watch.
Sean, they got goals through obviously Kvaratskhelia, Desiree
Yeah.
Doué. Then they've
Yeah.
got goals in midfield with Fabian Ruiz. And
Yeah.
then they've got and then they've got the wide players with Hakimi and Mendes. It's so
It's goals
difficult to
everywhere,
stop,
man.
bro. It's so difficult to stop.
It's goals everywhere. It, look, Miss, this is what had happened, right? We're at 21 minutes in the game, mid 21 minutes, very closely. They maintained a low block for quite a lot of 15-20 minutes, right?
Yes,
They
yes.
knew the fact that, all right, there were very few slim chances where Kvaratskhelia was in the opening, but Due was completely locked, right? Ramos was completely locked. They knew the fact that the attackers were locked by virtue of this low block. They had to bring in the midfield, and now the midfield being so smart that they had to do something out of nothing. Miss, do you remember the game against Arsenal? Fabian Ruiz, the same guy scoring the goal, right? You remember that
What's
goal?
up, bro?
It was
Yes,
something like
yes.
that. They were
Yeah,
not getting chances from the attackers. Kvaratskhelia was totally locked out of the game.
yeah,
The midfields had to take charge, and when they did,
yeah.
they scored something similar to this. And once they score,
Correct,
they open up the game. This is what's
correct,
happening in this game as well.
correct, bro. Absolutely correct. They just Luis Enrique. He's taken this team to a different level, Ishan. Man, it's looking scary,
Yeah,
bro. It's looking very scary.
it's scary.
Um,
It's scary. They have a new question to your every defensive answer. You know what I mean?
yeah, yes. Always they've got asking different types of questions all the time. You think, oh, you found the answer for this question. Hey, here's another
No.
question for you. What are you gonna do
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Um,
And if you're gonna go too hard at the midfield, watch out the Hakimi slide from the right hand side to score a goal. You know what I mean? Their opportunities are endless.
100%. Ooh, what's happened here? What's happened here, Ishan?
Oh, we have a collision. We have a collision course like Linkin Park and Jay-Z.
Ruth is saying, Miz, honestly, I don't know how you do this. I tried waking up at 5:30 a.m. to watch Inter Miami, but ended up sleeping. I understand you now, Miz. See, people don't know until you actually experience it. What Ishan and what I and many millions across the world we have to do when we watch Premier League games. It's yeah, it's not easy, man. Like, if the timing is fine, then fair enough. But a lot of the time, some of these Premier League games, they're at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for us. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane. It's insane, man. It's insane.
I remember one
Yeah.
of the, I think so, it was that 2014 World Cup, which Germany won. That timing was like crazy. The match would start like 2 a.m. for us and like end up like 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m., 5 a.m., right?
Yeah,
And then there
that
was,
was in South America, right? That was in South
yeah,
America.
yeah, yeah. And there were them days when the match would go to penalties, right? And my friend would say, Don't bother sleeping. That just come straight to you watch that match wearing your school uniform and just come to school directly. You don't need to. If the match
I
goes to
I,
penalty,
I
yeah,
remember South America times are actually good because that's sort of like morning or
yeah.
midday for
For you,
Australia.
it'd be, yeah,
So,
morning, middays. Yes, correct.
but the problem was, here comes PSG. Oh, that's a foul, bro. That's a yellow for sure. That's a yellow. But the problem back then was I had work, so I had office. So um, there would be days where I called in sick. But the weekends were brilliant. The weekend matches were
Mm,
brilliant. Like
yeah,
you just wake up, have a nice sleep, and then you have a nice breakfast, and then you sit down and get ready for a marathon of football matches.
yeah.
And then it'll take you all the way till the afternoon, which is brilliant. Yeah. Free kick coming up for PSG.
By the way, Ms. Nuno Mendes as well. What a player, huh? What a player.
Top class, bro. I mean, as you said when we were doing the preview, that
Yeah,
we were so caught up with the front line, the midfield, we didn't even get to Hakimi and Nuno Mendes.
correct, correct.
Like they just stacked so many. Nuno Mendes is probably one of the world's best left back right now.
Yeah,
I
these
think
two
he's number one.
combination might be the best in the world currently. When you talk
I
about the
think so. I
combination as
think so.
well.
Hakimi definitely the best right back in the world, and Mendes is probably the best left back in the world. The only other left back that I can think of comes very close right now, in my personal opinion, is Cucurella. Cucurella's contribution
Mm,
from but the thing with Cucurella is he does invert a lot as well. So he's a different type of a left back, I suppose. But
yeah,
yeah, Hakimi and Mendes, I think undisputed world heavyweight champions, both of them.
yeah, yeah, undisputed. And both of
It's
them
all
are
PSG.
attacking in nature. Do you know what I mean, Miss? It's like, um, in our case, right, at Chelsea, you have Cucurella at the left hand side, and right hand side, it has been Gusto majorly, but even if when it's Reece James is defensive, comes in with a defensive mindset, and Cucurella is like always bombing up and has that attacking profile in him. Both of these are good in both, attacking, defensive, both. You know what I mean? When Hakimi is up, you see Nuno Mendes on the left hand side very alert and very defensively steady, and vice versa. What a brilliant chemistry these two have, man.
No, absolutely, man. Equally going up and going backwards to either attack or defend. They're both sides. They're very strong. Both sides of the field, they're very, very strong. Sometimes you'll see fullback very strong going forward, but they're
Yeah,
not that good defending. Or they're very good defending, but not that great going forward. These guys
yeah,
are equally good. They are just as good in defense and they're just as good in offense.
correct.
Which is why it makes them the best in the world at the moment.
Hmm. By the way, Miss, a trivia question.
Mhm.
Would you now, at this moment, at this point of time, would you take Jan Oblak to Chelsea?
One of the biggest issues with Jan Oblak is, look, as a shot stopper, he's fantastic. He's not the best when it comes to playing out from the back. So
Hmm.
he will struggle on that side of things because Enzo Maresca needs his goalkeeper to really be sometimes a bit of an outfield player.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't take him anymore. This
Hmm.
is why, like, Mike Mignon was favored a lot because Mike Mignon can play. he can play with the ball.
Yeah, yeah. Bro, this Mannion thing rattles me every time, man. I don't know how, every time I talk about him, I go on a rant. I mean, this entire saga has destroyed me, has destroyed my mental peace.
I mean, we never know. We could come back to him. Shubra, by the way, Ms. Anishan, you watched what Quenta has been doing for under 21s Euros. I didn't watch it. I saw obviously the clips of him in the social media. I just have to say, look, let's just stay patient, man. Let's just stay patient. Some of these young players, I'm patient with Esteban William. Obviously, today we get to see him play. Hopefully, Esteban William actually starts for Palmeiras. I'm very cautious with these players, Ishan, man. All of these young players that
Yeah.
so much promise, so much potential. Bro, the Premier League is the beast.
Yeah.
The Premier League is
correct.
the beast.
Correct.
I've seen a lot of promising players come to the Premier League and crumble and go home crying to their mummies and daddies, saying, "Mama, Papa, I
Yeah.
never want to go to that league anymore. I want to be somewhere else." And they've had their tail between their legs and they've walked away. So
Yeah.
I look at Ishan. Not that long ago, we had this Italian midfielder, Cesare Cassidy.
Cassidy. Yeah. Yeah.
People told me he's Ballack region. That's what people told me. Michael Ballack, Ishan. You remember Michael Ballack?
Michael Ballack. Wow. Of course. Of course I do. What do you mean? Of course, yes.
And people were saying this kid, Cesare Cassidy, is Michael Ballack region.
The audacity, isn't it?
No, but this is what they do. This is what people do, man. They see these young players and they just get too excited. Look, all I'm saying, calm. Let's calm down. I mean, sure, great performances in the Euros, this, that, the other, but calm.
Yeah.
People said David Datra Fofana, Baby Drogba, this, that, the other. Bro, finito. Career didn't even start. Finished.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't even start and it finished.
There are plenty examples, man. I mean, very good ones.
Plenty, bro.
But we're just focusing on Chelsea, right? If you talk about some players from Man United, Arsenal, you would get more. The point of view would be clear from your side.
So many more, man. So many more. Like, it's just, we have to be very, very cautious, patient, see how it all works out, man. See how it all works out.
By the way, what in the blue hell was that cooling break, man?
Because I think it's very hot there at the moment. I'm just surprised that this match is actually a day match. Why isn't this a night match for them?
Yeah. Yeah, correct.
Because they're playing Botafogo versus Seattle Sounders at nighttime. They probably should have played this at night.
With this one, yeah. But then maybe, I mean, all around the world, this time is much more favorable.
That's probably why. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Because no one's really going to be watching Botafogo and Seattle Sounders.
And that time zone as well, it would not match Asian countries and European countries as well. Surely matches yours, but not sure with the Asian and European.
No, absolutely agreed. Yeah. It's probably a strategy, 100%. It's a strategy to have these games more in line with the European time frame. So,
look, I think so. It's a smart move as well, because they know the fact that the American audience is just there in the ground, right? And it's fine for them, the timing that they've selected. They would adjust. Their huge chunk of money or PR or TRP is going to come from the European countries and the Asian countries, majority. Right?
Absolutely.
So their
Absolutely.
timing has to match.
Absolutely agreed, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, nearly 35 minutes gone. PSG 1, Atletico Madrid nil. An absolute banger from Fabian Ruiz from
Wow.
outside the box. And overall, PSG is just dominated this game.
Look,
Totally,
guys, just
total
watch.
control.
Yeah, guys, just watch the midfield. The way they're just strolling around now. They know what to do.
Ishan, besides that free kick from Julian Alvarez, do you remember anything else from Atletico Madrid in this game so far?
Not really, man. Not really. I don't think so. They've created apart from that.
Nothing dangerous, nothing substantial, right?
Nothing dangerous. Yeah, yeah. Nothing substantial.
That in itself should tell you that it's just been a domination, really, from PSG.
Yeah, yeah. 100%. I think so. This Fabian Ruiz hit took them off guard. They were not expecting that. They were not expecting that. But if that's the case, I don't know why they won, because they did the same thing against Arsenal at the Champions League.
Mm.
They weren't get creating much opportunities with their attackers. Then what did they do? Fabian Ruiz came up and scored a banger against Arsenal, and the same thing that they're doing it right now. So
Absolutely. Absolutely right. But it's so hard, Ishan, to like keep a track of every player. Like if they now mark Ruiz, you watch Vitinha will get the space. Jean Neves will start
exactly,
getting it.
yes,
Someone's always going to get the space. This PSG team,
bro.
you can stop one player, you can stop another. As Ishan said, you have to stop two. You have to stop two.
Yeah, yeah,
Then maybe you have a chance. But which
maybe,
two you're
yeah.
going to stop? You're going to stop Ruiz. You're going to stop Neves. Or Vitinha going to smoke you all by himself.
Look what happened at final. Didn't you see? They tried to stop Fabian Ruiz because he scored in the semi-final against Arsenal. Vitinha smoked them single-handedly.
Then you might be thinking, now you know what? Maybe we stop Vitinha and we stop Ruiz. Watch Neves.
Yeah,
You're sleeping on Neves. Jean Neves, top player, top player.
right.
Siddharth saying prices get reduced to $60 plus 4 free passes to fill the stadium. Yeah, the stadium looks a little bit empty, of course, but there's still quite a large crowd in. But obviously, they weren't able to fill up the whole stadium. I wonder what the full capacity is of the stadium. Live chat, let us know. The real Kevin came is how many of our players do you think get into PSG starting 11 realistically? Starting 11? Okay, well, goalkeeper, no. Left back, you'd still take Mendes over Cucurella, even though I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
Cucurella a lot.
yeah.
Centre backs, Pacho, yeah,
You,
maybe.
we've already disregarded the best player of our season, right? So, what's the point?
What's the point? Well, we'll get to Caicedo as well. But look, Pacho, would we substitute him for Levi Colwell? I don't know. Marquinhos is ahead of all of our defenders. Hakimi is definitely ahead of our right back, Reece James. Right now, obviously. Reece James,
Right
when
now,
he's
yeah.
fully fit, is just devastating. Right now, you'd probably pick Hakimi.
Yeah.
In midfield, Ishan, the only thing I would do is somehow I'd try and fit Caicedo. I think maybe I can let go of João Felix and
John
take
Neves.
Caicedo. So João Neves, that's the only one so far that out of this PSG team, I'd put a Caicedo instead of João. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
no disrespect to João Neves, by the way. No disrespect. Up front, I don't think I'd change anything. To be honest, I don't think any of our... Well, Dilap now plays for us, so... Does Dilap start ahead of Gonçalo Ramos? Maybe he does.
But if you consider Dembele, no.
Then no chance.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy how
one
even
player.
a Cole Palmer is not starting cannot be in the starting 11 for PSG.
No, unfortunately, no. Latest news coming from Fabrizio Romano. Shubra has just posted this. PSG and Ilya Zabarny have agreed personal terms on a 5-year contract. Discussions continue with Bournemouth on a transfer fee. Talks are underway, but no agreement sealed yet. There you go. Another big move for PSG. Bournemouth, Ishan, finished,
Yeah,
bro. They've been ripped apart.
and they have, and I think so. Um, PSG's scouting is also now active in it. They're like, all right, we know what players we need. We know our managers. Look at Desiree Doué. Is that Desiree Doué? Smashing that right hand side. Wow.
He's too good, bro. It's too good.
But yeah, look, I mean, isn't it quite astonishing to see that Bournemouth this last season, or probably the past 2 seasons, if you'd like to say, were on somewhat in the upward trajectory. You know what I mean? They were trying hard. They're trying to win stuff. Uh, they were in this previous season as well. I think so. They beat Liverpool. They beat Man City twice, if I'm not wrong. And
Uh,
yeah,
yeah. Bournemouth beat Man City twice. They've done good. That's all I know. They did good.
yeah. Let us know in the live chat if Bournemouth has beaten Man City twice. They surely have beaten Liverpool. That's what, if my memory is right. But yeah, I mean, look, they were in the upward trajectory. I don't know why they probably they need the peace as well.
Well, look, Bournemouth ultimately are not going to be able to keep good players. Bournemouth.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're Bournemouth, you're going to lose these players like
Are you
Dean
surprised
Huijsen
how
and all that.
teams? Yeah, I was just asking about that as well. Are you surprised how nobody's talking about Justin Kluivert? Probably he could have
No,
yeah.
no, they are. I
No.
think what's his name? Ten Hag, Eric Ten Hag for Bayer Leverkusen. Apparently wants Justin Kluivert.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean the Premier League teams, the other Premier League teams. I mean nobody scouted
yeah,
for Kluivert.
Justin Kluivert, very good player, very good player.
He had a very good season. He had a very good
Had a
season.
very good season. Look, next I'm pretty sure they'll lose like Evan Nielsen and whatnot, and
100%. Evan Nelson has to find himself a better club, man.
that manager Iraola, I don't think will stick around for too much
Yeah.
longer either, because it's very difficult to compete even at a mid-table level when you keep losing big players. Like he's about to lose his two centre backs that created
Yeah.
the season for Bournemouth. He's lost in Huijsen and he's about to lose Zabernia. And once that happens, and he's going to lose Milos Kerkez. Don't forget, Kerkez is going to Liverpool.
Kirkes as
So
well. Yes. Yes.
they're decimated. They're absolutely decimated, man. Yeah, and then Semenyo will probably move on. Yeah.
So you think they're gonna challenge for bottom four, yeah?
If they recruit well, then
Yeah.
and if they can keep that manager, I don't know, brother. Mid-table.
Mm.
They'll aim for mid-table. They'll be happy if they survive. Faisal's aim is, can you check Max's PY's latest tweet from his personal account at halftime and give your thoughts? Quite worrying to hear. What's up? What's going on? Why is it so worrisome? Max. Here comes PSG again. Oh. Look at Max's tweet. What's worrisome? A source close to one of the players has warned that the squad are knackered from last season, and even though they will try their best in the matches, they're all looking forward to a break. It's very much uncertain what fans can expect. I mean, look, whoever this source is, Look, I'm not going to deny the fact, and I'd love to hear what Ishan has to say about this as well, and to the live chat too. I'll bring up the tweet very, very soon at halftime. I'm not going to sit here and lie that the players won't be knackered. Of course, the players would be knackered. Long Premier League season, Conference League, all the way to the final, and right at the end, the last final month and a half was very taxing, very, very taxing. And they're looking forward to a break, and now they have to play Club World Cup. I get it. I get it. I fully understand, but they have to find something. This is, unfortunately for Chelsea Football Club, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the time to sleep anymore. This is the time to shoot. We have slept for far too long under this new ownership. We have slept for far too long. This now, even though they might be knackered, but I'm sorry, they have to continue on. Find your break wherever you can. Little bit of break wherever you can find it. Look, this group stage, for example, we don't need to play everyone in this group stage. In the group stages, I expect us to go through, even with some sort of bench players coming through. So find ways to stay fit, find ways to stay sharp, because this is a very important, shot straight to Donnarumma. It's a very important competition, man. This is a very important competition. I just hope that somehow they find, the energy to go on. Oh, they're gonna score. They're gonna score for sure. There you go. What a goal!
Oh, wow. See, Vitinha.
And there you go.
Vitinha.
2-0.
Why I tell you guys?
It just opened up. It just opened up, man. Like, as we said, you want to mark Fabian Ruiz? Mark him. Vitinha is going to score then. You want to mark Vitinha now? Mark him. Jean Neves is going to score next. It's just, look at the way they broke through the middle. It's this. Nah, bro, Sean, this is too much, bro.
This is mad. This is mad. Look, nobody was trying to, go or go come 1v1 against Vitinha. Everybody is marking.
He was the free man. Yeah, he's the free man. He was the free man. What are you gonna do? Like, if someone was to pull out from their man and go to Vitinha, guess what Vitinha would do?
He would pass. He would pass.
He'd be like, "Thank you. That's what I wanted. That guy's now free. Pass."
Yes. Bro, so this is crazy tactics, man.
It's just, I mean, Ishan, what do you think about? Look, PSG has also had a long season.
Yes.
But look how they're playing against Atletico Madrid. Do you understand that? Yes, players can be tired, but at the same time, do you feel you have to still compete, man?
They have had a longer and much more intensified season than us. Thrice, four times more intensified. That ain't easy. That ain't easy.
We breezed through till our only big game in the Conference League was the final.
And that too, we absolutely smashed them. Regardless, who they face, Miss Liverpool. They beat the Premier League winners. They beat Aston Villa,
Arsenal,
which was a tough game. They beat Arsenal, and then they went on to win, beat the mighty Inter Milan.
And don't forget, they also played Man City in the league stage. In the league,
and can you name the teams that we faced against in the Conference League? Real Betis,
FC Noah, Djurgården. I don't even remember. Some of them I don't even know how to pronounce. Shamrock. We played Shamrock. I remember we played Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock.
See, so you cannot compare the intensity that PSG has got through in that entire Champions League campaign. They've won it, and now they've come back to this competition, and look how they mauled absolutely Atletico Madrid, 2-0. Bro, you cannot compare that. We'll have to go all guns blazing. That's what top teams do. There is no breathing space. I'm sorry. The football is like that. And you'll have to evolve with that. You'll have to cope up, or else you're gonna be a minion again. You know what I mean? We cannot afford to be a minion. We'll have to be at the top.
We cannot. Ishan, this is the latest. A source close to one of the players has warned that the squad are knackered from last season, and even though they will try their best in the matches, they're all looking forward to a break. It's very much uncertain what fans can expect. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not really sure if I can. I understand, but I can't fully accept it. You have to
I
find
can't.
ways
Yeah.
to recover. You have to find, like, we're in a stage where we need to compete at every level. I mean, this is why you have a big squad, no, Ishan? This is why you have a big squad.
Yes. It is. It is. Yeah. I don't think so. There's any way we can make excuses here.
Ishan, check this. Check this out, bro.
Nkunku's buddy.
This is the only thing that makes
Yeah.
sense to me. As if it's
Yeah.
Nkunku's buddy that's making this information here.
Yeah, the sources and Kunku's buddy for sure. But yeah, I mean, look, there's no way, we can have excuses to this, man. I mean, uh, we just had a Conference League season. Yes, the Premier League at the end was intensified, but whose fault was that, miss? Whose
Our
fault was
fault.
that?
Our
That's
fault.
it.
We
Who
created
told you
our own
to?
mess.
Yeah,
We
who told
created
you to
our own
not?
mess.
Who told you to complete a Premier League season without beating Crystal Palace? I think so. This is the first time in our history that we have not beaten Crystal Palace in both the legs,
Bro,
right?
bro, you're saying Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are FA Cup champions. We didn't
Oh,
beat
oh,
Ipswich. We didn't beat Ipswich.
oh my days! Reality check. Silly me. We didn't beat Ipswich, who got
My man's
relegated.
talking about Crystal Palace, bro. Like Crystal Palace is
Oh my
levels.
days! Yes, I
Ipswich we
forgot.
haven't.
Thank you.
So so we screwed up ourselves. We screwed up
We
ourselves.
did, and you cannot say that. Oh, we achieved our goal of top four, top five, but we had a very intensified ending to the season. Whose fault was that? It was ours. It was our dirty deeds from the past that we had to repay at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you cannot come and say that. All right, after a month of, or probably a nearly a month of rest, you're gonna come out and say that, all right, this competition is just gonna be a bypass. Nah, I'm sorry, this sounds like an excuse, miss. Try to drink this in, right? This
Mm.
competition is gonna be now once in 4 years, right? And the team who's gonna perform well in UEFA competitions and FIFA competitions in last 4 years, along with their their domestic competitions, will be selected for the
Yeah.
next FIFA World Cup, and only
Yeah.
two out of them will be selected. So it's not like a Champions League qualification where top four or top five get selected. Only two of them will get selected by virtue of your past 4 years' performance, right? Be
Mm.
prepared that if we take this competition lightly, I don't know the next time we're gonna play in this competition.
Whether
So
we're gonna
be
make it.
thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be thankful of the fact that we are playing in this competition. You might be ashamed of the fact that you're playing in this competition, but next time watch probably Arsenal qualifying for it, and not us.
Or
I'm just
Liverpool
giving an example.
qualifying for it.
A
Yeah.
Liverpool Man City qualifying, and we're not. You know what I mean? So be thankful that we're qualified. I don't know by what sense we've qualified. I'll literally be honest with you, because looking
It's
at the
because we
squad and
won. We won the Champions League. We won the
at
Champions League. Yeah.
2021, yes, at 2021, but that's also barely, right? If we were just 1 year ahead, we wouldn't have qualified that as well, right? So
True.
I mean, look, we'll have to take this with both our hands, and give everything that we have in this competition. And that's the reason why, miss, that I have been so devastated by the fact that we did not sign Mignon before this competition, because I wanted us to take this damn seriously without leaving any stones unturned.
I agree, bro. I agree. I mean, our players. If I hope whoever said that source, I hope is wrong. And I hope that our players are taking this seriously, because yeah, you're right, Ishan, bro. Like, we may never make it again to this competition. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
You have to
The
you have
next
to
one, the
win.
next one, if you don't make it, miss, then it's going to be an 8 year wait since today, since this competition. So it's like 4 years, right? And only two gets
Yeah,
qualified. So you never know when you're going to qualify, let alone win it.
absolutely right. Kuba, I'm sorry, but the majority of these players didn't play a lot of matches compared to other clubs. First 11 didn't play in Europe. We went out early from both. You're right. You're right.
Exactly.
Like, what are they
Exactly.
complaining about? Who are you complaining about?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the players, besides Cole Palmer, and even Cole Palmer didn't play a lot of the Conference League matches anyway. Cole Palmer didn't play any of the initial parts of the Conference League matches. Um, I'm pretty sure Caicedo missed out on some of the Conference League matches as well. Look, as I said, I'm not taking anything away, but at the same time, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Find ways to stay focused and stay fit. Um, very important. Very important. Because why do we complain about having a young squad, yet PSG here have the same squad, but yet dominating? It's not the same squad. Ishan, how can we? People keep saying this all the time. PSG have the same squad. We have the same policy.
How is it
Oh,
the same squad, man? I mean, explain me how. Who in Chelsea Football Club
who
is
who's our
equivalent to
Donnarumma?
Marquinhos? Who's our
Who's our
Marquinhos?
Donnarumma? Who's our Marquinhos? Who's
Yeah.
our Osman Dembele? Who's our Kvaratskhelia? Who's our
Who's our
Desiree Doué?
Fabian Ruiz?
Like, okay,
Who's
I
our
don't want to
Vitinha?
disregard our mid. Our midfield's good. I don't want to disregard our midfield. I think our
Yeah,
midfield
but
is
he's
very
saying
good.
from experience point
But
of view, right?
yeah,
I mean,
like
Hakimi,
it's
he's not a youngster. He's quite well experienced now. You
yeah,
know
at
what
the
I mean?
highest level, at the highest level. So and every stage, our manager is a rookie manager. Their manager is a treble winner with Barcelona,
Of course, that's the
and,
big
and he's
difference.
won the and he's won the treble again this season.
Yeah, yeah.
So their sporting directors, Luis Campos, like this whole concept about it's the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. Please, it's
It's
not
not.
the same.
Miss. That's one thing I was trying to think about as well. That Al Khalesi, the owner of PSG, the way he was like hungry for this to win the Champions League for years and years and years now, right? He was trying everything that he could do, but he couldn't. He was unfortunate. Uh,
Mm.
but at the end of the day, he's gonna get things right. If he wants his team to win it, he's gonna get things right. And there will be a time that he won it, and this year it was. Fortunately for him, it was. The the bottom line, what I'm trying to say is, at least
Mm.
he carried that hunger year in year out to win the biggest competition that he could.
Bro, this guy was desperate. Have you ever
Yes.
felt that type of desperation, Ishan, that by hook or crook, even if my legs get chopped off, my hands get chopped, I am doing this. I must do this.
Yes.
I have, that level of desperation. It's like the most
Correct.
ultimate level of desperation that you you must.
Yes.
This
Yes.
is this is the level of desire that they were showing. They tried so hard to get it. They couldn't get it for so many years. Bro, they had Messi, Neymar, Mbappe.
Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos as well. But
I mean, as, as a fan, Ishan, when you see your owner trying to bring in Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, Sergio Ramos, you're like, bro, you've done everything possible. You've done everything.
I remember in that transfer season, we were on absolute madness here. And when PSG signed the likes of Messi, we were like, we were on that video. We said this on record that if PSG does not win with this squad, the Champions League, they should shut shop. They should shut shop. Close it. Close it. Cut it. You know what I mean? They didn't, and you know what the best part is? The year that they signed Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, Sergio Ramos, Hakimi, Donnarumma, and all of these lot,
Mm.
right? They didn't even win League One.
Yeah.
They didn't even win
And
League One.
Ishan, who's the manager?
Mauricio Pochettino.
Oh my
So
days!
that's
No,
the difference, right?
didn't he win Liga? Pochettino won the Liga, didn't he?
No, I think
I
so.
think he did.
He bottled in it. He bottled. He was the one
Um,
who was.
live chat, let us know. Did he
It,
bottle
it,
the
it was Pochettino. It was Pochettino. Yes, it
live
has
chat?
to
Let
be
us know. Did
Pochettino.
Pochettino actually bottle with that team the
I
league
remember it was
as well?
Pochettino. Yes,
Oh
yes.
my god!
So then they realized, all right, this is not gonna work. They got rid of Mbappe. They're like their star man, like their star man, and they
Star.
brought in Luis Enrique and gave him the responsibility that, like, all right, you take the lead. You take the lead. We've tried everything that we could. Now the best chance of us is to for you, we believe in you. You've done this before. You take the command again, build your team, and take us over the line. This is exactly what they did. They picked and choose what are the pain points in the entire squad. They fixed it. They
Yeah,
have Luis Enrique as experienced campaigner. They got this right this time, and that's how it is
correct.
supposed to be.
I,
That's
I
how
think
it
this
is
is what it
supposed to
comes down. Football is not about just bringing all the best names together and trying to, trying to recreate like a Galactico, like the way Real Madrid did back in the days. Football now is all about the right squad. Look at this
be. Correct.
PSG team. Before the start of this season, how many people would have looked at? In fact, I know for a certainty, before the start of this season, a lot of people downplayed Luis Enrique because Luis Enrique
Yeah.
last season didn't have a very good season, especially in the Champions
Yeah.
League. And even this season, PSG made it into that final 24 by a whisker. And a lot of people, when they saw that team, they're like, man, this team's not that good. Now, all of a sudden, they rate everyone in that team. So,
Yeah.
football is about the right combination and having the right people. Now, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Miz, just get like Vitinha or João Neves or get Fabian Ruiz in Chelsea." It may not work, It may not work. That
Yeah.
midfield is working for many different reasons. One, Luis Enrique. Two, because everyone around them, Hakimi, Mendes, Marquinhos, Pacho, up front, all of them are gelling together. This
Yes.
is why it's some people think, okay, just take that player, bring him here, and we're just going to become superheroes. No. The right balance for the right team needs to happen.
Right.
Very important. Very, very important. And to bring this right balance and the right team, you need to have a very strong manager, man. You need to have. Look, I hope Maresca is that manager. But the thing is, Maresca is also learning. So
Yeah.
we have to stay patient. Pochettino won the league. So yeah, Ishan, Pochettino won league, French Cup and French Super Cup. There you go.
So who was the manager when they bottled the league? And it was Lille who won it. PSG
Was it
finished
Emery?
second.
Was it Una Emery?
I don't know. I don't think so. It was Emery. I don't know. Has to be.
Or
I think so it was
did Luis Enrique come? Did Luis Enrique come first last season with Mbappe?
Yeah, last season. I
But
think
you're
so he
right.
won
Someone
it, but
bottled it. Yeah,
someone bottled it. I think
someone
so. It is
bottled it. You're right.
Pochettino.
Someone bottled it. Looks like it was. Poch did bottle Champions League though. He bottled Champions League. I remember.
He
that.
bottled Champions League. Yeah.
I don't think he won the league. He won the league. I remember, as far as I remember, I think he did win the league.
Then the question is, who was the manager when they finished second and Lille won the trophy? Lille won the league.
Yeah, I think TT got the sack, and then Poch was the manager for half season when they didn't win the league. Oh yeah. So Poch was the manager for half season where they didn't win the league. Can we really blame
There you
Poch
go.
for that?
There you go.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So the season after that, they did win the league. Yeah. He lost league Poch in his first season, which was half the season because Thomas Tuchel got sacked as well.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Second half will start very, very soon. Ishan, I'm going to quickly pray. I'll be
Yeah,
back within uh, 5 minutes maximum.
yeah. All right, bro.
Second half. Second half will start very, very soon. Yeah, players are coming out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back. I'll be back. I literally just got to pray. Okay.
Yeah. Till then, we talk live chat. We talk. Oh, look at the crowd though. The crowd's looking crazy. It's like no shed. Everybody's on the open, embracing the sun, embracing the heat. People are dancing around. Some of them not even knowing what football is. They call it soccer, but we move. We move. Atletico Madrid, guys, Atletico Madrid might be confused to level 99 as to what is to be done in this second half. Whatever they've tried failed miserably. Miserably. Shubhra Singh players coming out like WWE. It's all about the game. I can play it. All about control and they can take it. What happened to Kvaratskhelia? Why is he limping? Guys, what do you think? What do you think? What's gonna happen? Is PSG gonna score more in the second half? Considering the score being 2-0 now, what do you guys think is going to be the score line by full time? Quickly type in. Quickly type in. I want to see what you guys thinking right now. DLM Superplex, Bhaiya Ishan, what would be your score prediction if you face PSG in quarterfinal? अभी से ही मांग रहे हो क्या? I mean, we could have wait. But why do you want to put me on the spot so early, man? I don't think so. We're gonna win. I don't think so. We're gonna win, man. If you face PSG at this point of time, are we scoring a goal? I don't know. Are we conceding? Yes, plenty. but how many? I don't know. I think so. I will go 2-0 to PSG. Maybe more. Yeah, I don't know. Look, a defensive low block team also, like Atletico Madrid, they've already smacked 2 goals by end of first half. And us, we are like, sometimes we are like an open tap. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be difficult. DX fan 700 saying 3-1 PSG. Oh, so you think Atletico's gonna score one? Hmm, fair, fair. DLM Superplex saying 4-1 PSG. Wow. 4-1. So basically, PSG gonna score two more, and Atletico's gonna come back with one. Hmm. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. DLM says, I think we would get a footballing lesson if Xavi finds it tough to fix the mess. Hmm. But I trust Xavi. Hopefully, he is able to do something. All right. Maybe. Yeah. But I think so. It's. Oh, what's happened here? What's happened here? Almost a fumble that I can see from Donnarumma, but it was quite well cleared. Quite well cleared by Pacho. Guys, you know what? I would take Oblak. I would just take Oblak. But I know, look, the ball playing ability has become such an important factor in it. But just for his insane shot stopping ability, I probably would take him, man. I would take him. And I mean, it's not like he's an absolute Mickey Mouse with the ball playing thoughts, but there you go. PSG again started the second half a bit scratchy, with Atletico Madrid getting that chance where Donnarumma just probably saved and fumbled at the same time. There you go. PSG again. Bro, PSG are so well balanced, man. So well balanced. Look at that. And they're not even afraid to play around the ball at the defense because they know they're gonna get support.
They're still killing it, Ishan.
Oh
PSG.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a bit scratchy at the very initial end because Donnarumma fumbled a bit. But again, PSG being PSG, they very much are
They're
in
too good,
control
bro.
right now. Yeah. Can
They're
you tell
too
me the
good.
timing?
Yes, the timing I have is 48, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Okay, tell
6,
me when it reaches
7.
25.
Yeah. They're not showing the time now. Hold on. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Yeah,
This time I'm actually not that bad. I'm just about 30 seconds away from real time.
yeah, around 20 seconds, 20, 25. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes it's, ooh, Donnarumma.
That's an interesting question for Jeremy, miss. Mind taking it?
Ms., can a midfield three of Palmer, Enzo, and Caicedo keep Vitinha, Neves, and Fabian Ruiz? Ooh, what happened there? PSG almost scored. Keep quite midfield three
Oh,
of Palmer, Enzo, and Caicedo keep Vitinha, Neves, and Fabian Ruiz. I don't think so, bro. You need Lavia. You need Lavia in there. Palmer cannot be in that midfield. Palmer needs to be just behind the striker. Palmer needs to be behind Delap. Ishan, do you expect Delap to start immediately from tomorrow against
yes,
LAFC?
yes, please. I mean, I would surely have Delap start over Nicholas Jackson. I would surely do that. And I think so. This is the right way to start Delap, I guess, against LAFC, rather than starting him against some of the bigger teams. I would
Yeah.
give him a go. Go on, buddy. Have your
Go
day.
on, score a hat trick. Go on and score a hat trick.
Yeah, yeah.
Have your day. As you said, have your day. Have your day. Ishan, where do you think the dynamics of Jackson's going to be now? Knowing
Jackson's
that
dynamic is
he's
gonna
probably
be
lost his spot. It is
yeah,
Ruben
Jackson's
Delap.
dynamics is gonna be on the bench, on the waiting room, changing room, and yeah, on the with the waters, bring in water bottles. That's it.
By the
That's
way,
what I
Ishan,
think.
that save from Oblak
Bro,
was unbelievable.
unbelievable. See, I told you I wanted
That
all black man.
that should have
I
been a
did.
goal. That, bro, seriously, the score should be 3-0.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
score should be 3-0. Oblak's forcefully keeping the score at 2-0.
yeah. By the way, coming back to the Jackson point, DLM has a point of view. He says in the chat that would you rather have Jackson at the left, miss, and Delap at the center? I've seen your videos, and you are very keen on this. You might experiment with this.
I did
I
say
mean,
that.
would you?
I feel like Jackson is pretty good actually on the wide spaces. Now,
Yeah,
the problem with all of that is, can Jackson deliver assists from those wides? Because you have to try and set up your striker. So,
yeah,
look, Jackson has a knack of assisting. He likes to combine. We've all seen Jackson likes to provide.
yeah,
I think he's got the pace. I think he can dribble. And we lack on that left side. We really do lack on that left side. So, Jackson could potentially be that left-sided player. I have said it
yeah,
many times in my video that Jackson could play on that left side. Now, question is, will the manager look at it that way? Will the manager look at it that way? And will the player look at it that way? Does the player just wants to play as a striker? Chelsea's number one striker.
Yeah, but
But now we're
this
still up there.
this conversation, Miz, I think so, becomes more interesting because we haven't signed Gittins, right? And
Yeah.
Sancho's out, right? Mudrik is out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
So I think so. This might be a possibility. This is kind of interesting now. But again, does Jackson has the ability to do that? Maybe he lacks. He lacks a bit too much. Or
Look, he
Miz, would
hasn't
you
played
rather
there
have?
on a regular.
Yeah, go on.
No, go on. Go on.
I was saying that would you do that, or would you rather consider the likes of Nkunku, give him a shot, and be like, we are in a crisis, yeah, in terms of left wing. You always have the natural tendency to drift left. Why don't you go and combine something and do something with Liam Delap, our new striker? Maybe something can cook there.
Nah, man. I think Nkunku's time's over. Why he's even in this tournament? Why have we even taken him? I think that is a poor decision from us. And out wide, Nkunku's another player. Oh man, they should have released him. Too late, man. Griezmann, that's pathetic, yeah. Griezmann. That's pathetic, man. The guy was flying and you didn't release him. Why? Why didn't you release him? And now the guy's got to go all the way back and defend. Like, this is just... I hate when I see players do that, man. He was there to be released and you didn't release him. Anyway, yeah, Nkunku, Ishan, I think his also favorite position is just behind the striker, just playing off the striker. Out wide, I don't think Nkunku would get the best out of him. And look, he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be at Chelsea. Man.
He doesn't want to be. Yeah, correct, 100%. Even I'm surprised the fact that why is he in the squad traveling, and then later on you would say that someone like a Kendry Paez is traveling with the squad, but just for training purpose.
just for sightseeing. Man's there for a holiday. He's
just going out there.
He's going to see the local museum. He's going to see the local aquarium. He's going to see some sightseeing. I mean, you might as well. The experience would have been brilliant for Kendry Paez if he was, able to play. Not to be. And apparently the word is we took Nkunku and he's not going to feature in tomorrow's game against LAFC. He trained, but he won't feature.
What a brilliant way to waste your money, man.
Someone was saying to me on my comments, because I did the video earlier today on Kendry Paez, Ishan, and I said we're forcefully taking a player, Nkunku, who wants to leave the football club, and we have a player that is our future, but we don't want to utilize him. We can still send him on loan, no problems. You can still go to Strasbourg, but at least utilize him now to adapt and get the feel. We're not going to do that. And then this guy wrote on the comments, goes, Miz, what is it that you don't understand? It's very simple. We're going to use this match to increase the value of Nkunku. The rest of the world is going to watch him, and hopefully he will play good, and then we can sell him for good amount of money. And I'm like, so the rest of the world has forgotten about the entire season that he's had. Club World Cup matches is what they're going to build their price on. 3 or 4 Club World Cup matches is going to skyrocket his value to 40, 50 million. And on top of that, what makes you think he's guaranteed to play? What makes you think he's guaranteed to play? Right. I don't even think he's going to come off the bench. And now we're hearing against LAFC, he's not going to be in the squad. Yes, he's in the training sessions, just like Kendry Paez. He's not going to be in the squad.
Yeah.
So what was the point?
What's the point of
Giroud can't even get a game against LAFC? Yeah. And Ishan, if Giroud can't even get a game against LAFC, Like he's gonna get a game later on in the knockout phases. Ooh, Atletico Madrid, go! Wow, wow. Ooh,
Wow,
ooh.
they come
Julian
back with a goal.
Alvarez.
Wow.
Julian Alvarez. That's their
Ooh.
ace player. Julian Alvarez. Come on, Atletico. Come on, Atletico. I'm cheering. I'm cheering for Atletico Madrid. Oh, come on. Come. Ban short Atletico.
Go on, Atletico. That's a good comeback goal. That's a good comeback goal.
Ishan, we need we need to spice things up, man. Atletico
Yeah,
Madrid needs to come back.
that was a brilliant goal by Alvarez. They caught the
Bob
entire
finished.
PSG off guard.
Bro, Ishan, that angle where Julian Alvarez is, that's not easy to
Yeah,
score from there.
that's not easy.
That
Yeah,
angle is
that's
not a
not
very
easy.
good angle.
Yep.
And he literally slipped it right under Donnarumma. A lot of people are going to say Donnarumma poor goalkeeping, but it was hit nice. It was hit nice.
It was hit nice. Yeah. And I think so. PSG midfield got a bit overconfident. They just slept. I couldn't see any
Mm,
much movement.
mm. Ishan, would you say Julian Alvarez? Oh, what are they checking, bro? Wow, are they gonna take this goal away? Oh, what are they
Oh,
checking
bro,
now, bro? What are
what's
they
that?
checking? Just give this goal, bro. Oh, they're gonna go back 10,000, 10,000 plays before to rule
Yeah.
off a goal.
Oh, is that a foul though? Looks
It
like one.
probably
Looks like
is.
one.
Yeah, it
Yeah, looks
probably
like one.
is. But
Yeah.
why didn't the referee see this? Why didn't the referee see this?
Unlucky Atletico, man. Unlucky.
Nah, they're gonna take this goal away. Now this
Yeah.
bullshit, man. Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Goal is gonna be taken off. There you go, goal
Yeah.
taken off.
Goal taken off.
Far out, bro. I was gonna say, Ishan,
Unlucky.
do you think
Yeah.
do you think Julian Alvarez, one of the best strikers going around in world football right now?
Yes, man. I think so. He is. He is. With his output, with his consistency, most importantly, uh, I think so. He's one of the big names in this in the striker market, and I don't know why people are not talking enough of him. You know what I mean? And um, maybe maybe there was a point where, even if I'm not mistaken, Madrid wanted him at one point of time, but then they
Mm.
took the interest away. But yeah, I mean, Julian Alvarez, man, what a brilliant player he is, and he fits well as well. Fits well in a Diego Simeone system, and he was playing very well at Pep Guardiola's system as well.
Are
That's
you
that's how
surprised that
versatile he is.
Man City actually let a player of his quality leave?
Yes, but I think so. It was important for him as well because you had the likes of Erling Haaland for Man City, who was a regular starter. So maybe it
Mm.
was fair for Julian Alvarez from his point of view to come out and say that, bro, I'm good enough to start every game. I don't know why I should be benched. I know there's Erling Haaland. If that's the case, let me go. And probably that's what his stand was. And kudos to Atletico Madrid for selecting him.
Mm. Mm. I mean, they ended up getting someone like Marmoush anyway, which who can also
They
play
did.
striker, but can also
They
play
did.
attacking midfielder. But and Marmoush is a very good player, but I feel like
He's a fantastic player. Yeah.
Julian Alvarez is he's
It's good.
he's at a
But I think
he's
so.
at a
Miss, the
different level.
point that you made is much more important and makes sense to a Pep Guardiola and Man City at this point of time, that Marmoush can play as a center forward. I mean, he's very good at playing center forward, but he's versatile enough to play as a central mid, as an attacking mid, and also
Attacking
on the
midfielder. Yeah.
flanks,
Yeah.
because he's got that pace and that dribbling ability as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
which you might not be very confident with Alvarez, because Alvarez, don't get me wrong, he can play as a false nine or maybe as an out and out striker or a second striker or an attacking midfield max, but not very much on the flanks, right? So maybe
No.
that's one of the point that Man City has gone for Marmoush.
Probably, you're right. You're right. Gallagher, ladies and gentlemen, Gallagher is in the building now.
Gallagher.
Gallagher. Hopefully, Gallagher. Can you imagine, Ishan, if Gallagher scores? Oh, that'll be so nice.
Wow, that'd be good. Bro, what's happening? He got pushed by Nuno Mendes.
Well, why is he getting it? I don't know whether that was a yellow card worthy. Is he getting a yellow card for it? Was that really a yellow card worth?
What was that?
I think he lashed out. He did try and kick him, I think.
He tried, but he got pushed as well. But that push was fine. Korea is at times erratic, man. You do expect something like this.
Yeah. He can be a bit of a loose cannon.
Yeah. Miss, you'd easily have Alvarez at Chelsea, right?
Yes, undoubtedly. Undoubtedly, I would have someone like Julian Alvarez at Chelsea Football Club. I think he would be sensational. But someone like him obviously is going to cost a lot of money and demand a lot of wages. It's just not going to happen. We don't do that kind of business. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Forget about it.
Alvarez is the only striker worth 100 million on the market right now. Gyökeres is there. Osimhen also 100 million plus, I would say. I don't know, but yeah, he's 80.
Yep.
But Gyökeres for sure.
All of these players are not. They'll demand a lot of wages. Their transfers are quite high. It's just not going to happen. That's why, I just look every now and then we see news about, maybe Osimhen to Chelsea. Osimhen to Chelsea? No way. No way. I mean, I wish we did, but it's just not going to happen. Look, one of the biggest reasons why Delap happened, and look, don't get me wrong, Delap is a very good player. He's a developing player. He's not finished product. He's developing. But one of the biggest reasons, his release clause was 30 million, and Delap's wages are going to be cheap wages. So,
the policy is very clear from Chelsea's standpoint, but what I did not understand at all was that entire Maignan saga. It absolutely pisses me off every single time I think about it.
How we just haggled over $4-5 million, like £4-5 million. Like,
the thing that
when
pisses
you got
me
yourself
off,
top goalkeeper. No, we rather stick. We rather stick with Robert Sanchez. It's quite mad.
How did we buy a Jorgensen for 20 million, and we're like bargaining for 3-4 million for a Maignan? How?
I don't know, bro. It's and then apparently, Mike Maignan was all. It's just an opportunity. We're not desperate. We're not desperate for a goal. Really, we're not desperate for a goalkeeper. Okay, very interesting. It was all opportunity in the market that if we can get him within our terms and conditions, then we'll go get Mike Maignan. If not, no. But for Gittins, for example, I know different positions, but for Gittins, we'll throw the money. We'll throw 45, 50 million.
Yeah. But how do you get an out and out match winner without throwing the piece on the table? Right?
You just have to be lucky, and then this is where Chelsea are hoping that everyone turns out to be Cole Palmer. It's impossible.
Yeah. It's not possible, man.
Forever, what defending from Nuno Mendes, man. Oh my days. That's incredible defending. For every Cole Palmer, there's at least 6 or 7 flops. So
Yeah, yeah.
to think every time you buy someone young and it's all gonna have that Cole Palmer effect. I mean, Ishan, is that likely? Is that really likely that everyone's gonna have Cole Palmer effect?
That'll be a madness. That'll be some delulu expectations. So I mean, it's not
Yeah.
gonna happen every single time. Look,
Oh,
uh, which area of the pitch are we confident about at this point of time? Is it in the midfield? Right?
yeah.
We're quite sorted. We're quite uh, calm and peaceful with the midfield. Why? Because we threw the piece and we got the best in the market with the likes of Moise Caicedo, with the likes of Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez, I mean, yes, the performance is not like Caicedo level, but yeah, I mean, he's been fruitful for us and he's a good prospect going forward. At least we've got
And
the character as well, right?
and even with players like Romeo Lavia, we paid good money for a talented. See,
Yeah,
that's the kind of talented midfielder I don't have any issues about.
yeah.
So you're right, we're stacked in midfield.
We are sorted with our midfield. That we're not watching at midfield at the first look when we count out the pain points because we've put some piece there. If you start being stingy with the likes of the defense, keeper, striker, you might not get an out and out match winner for you, or a ready made, tailored match winner for you for the team. It has to be someone who's
Mm.
developing or a very under-matured or prematured player who would come into the scheme of things, and we'll have our fingers crossed, and we'll be like, it might turn out, it might not, we don't know, but he's on low wages and we're happy about it. That's not how things go, man. If you want to win big things, you'll have to at least look. This is what my point here. At least on the major pain areas where you know the fact that you need attention and you
Mm.
need top immediate performers, throw in the piece. Throw in the piece for Gyökeres, because that's my pain point of getting a good striker, out and out striker who'd score like 20 goals per season. And how do you get that? By throwing in piece and sign someone like an Osimhen or a Gyökeres, you know. But
I
if you
agree,
don't do
bro.
that, you might get a good prospect, but that might not be an instant um, turnout for you, or you might not be confident about that. It might be developing, like Lam Lapis, right? He looks like an interesting prospect who can turn, or he may not as well. He's a very good player, but you're not 100% confident that this player is going to take us over the line in the Champions League or the Premier League, right? So at least on your pain points, throw your piece, and then maybe you, with these young guys, you can dilly dally around with the other positions.
I agree, bro. I agree. I mean, um, you can build your squad with a few youth players, no problems. You have talented youth players, but then you have to go into the market and buy those really good players to compete for titles, to really get the top honors. Look at Liverpool. Is there any need to get Florian Wirtz for 150 million euros? Is there any need for that? Liverpool has realized that they have a team that has won the Premier League and now they want to build a legacy. They want to build a legacy. They want to go for the next Premier League and the third one and the fourth one, and they want to create a legacy. They
Yeah,
feel they have the right ingredient. Is is there a need for Liverpool to go and get Frimpong, who is very good up and coming right-sided player? Kirk is very good up and coming left-sided player, and then they've
yeah,
added Florian Wirtz.
right.
They could have followed their philosophy from before, not spend anything, just keep finding these gems. But they realized no, in order for them to keep winning things, they gotta add these big monsters every now and then. I'm not saying
Yeah,
add big monsters every window. No.
right.
For example, Chelsea Football Club needs a top level striker. Look,
Yeah,
Dilap is good, and I've got very good vibes about Dilap, but Dilap, as Ishan said, and I agree with him, Dilap's not going to be able to win us the Premier League. Not now.
Yeah. No, no.
Dilap's not going to be able to win the Champions League. Not now. Same thing with our goalkeeper. We need a top goalkeeper. Sanchez is not going to be able to win us that big glory. He's not going to be able to give us those moments.
Yeah.
So yeah. Stephen Michaels is saying, get the V ready, miss, for the second shift. Bro, it's 6:40 a.m. I am not drinking no V now. I swear Stephen has zero idea of my time zone. Man, I thought years of you watching me, you'd know my time zone by now. Which, like, honestly, who drinks V? Like, I only drink V at nighttime when I'm doing those night shifts, like nighttime watch-alongs. Then I'll
Yeah.
have V.
Yeah.
These morning matches, 6:40 a.m. I'm not drinking V in the morning. I don't know, Ishan, do people
Yeah.
drink V in the morning?
Nah. You're gonna
they?
be mad, man. I don't know. If you stayed up the entire night, yeah, and if you need to go to work or still you need to be up the entire day, then maybe yes.
Okay. Yeah. I want to have a good breakfast, man. I want to have a good breakfast. I want to have a good juice maybe, or nice tea. Man's asking me to have V. This guy, bro. I'm drinking coffees regularly, watching these matches. No, this match hasn't been bad, man. Like, look, I've seen now on social media a few people, like for example, Saeed saying, "Oh, the football aid is a lot more exciting." Yeah, I think his tune would have been a lot different if Man United was there.
Yeah,
I don't
of
look.
course, 100%.
I don't know about a lot of the football connoisseurs. I don't really call myself a football. I just enjoy I really enjoyed Al Ahly versus Inter Miami 0-0. I enjoyed that. I am enjoying this Club World Cup, man. This is a very interesting event. It's going to be once every 4 years. There's a lot of money involved. Like,
Yeah.
what's
Your
there
team,
not to like? What's there not
if
to
you
like?
if your team isn't there, then surely you're not interested, and hence these comments are coming up. But if your team is there,
Yeah.
then bro,
Yeah, I see
yeah.
a lot of Arsenal fans like talking down on this. Yeah, that's because your team's not in it. Your team's not in it. Man United fans talking down, Liverpool fans talking down. You're not in it. That's why it wouldn't be like that if you were in it.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, like, the winner of this comp, you get bragging rights to say that you're champion of the world for 4 years.
For 4 years, yes, that's the thing.
I like it, man. I like it.
And I think so. The game has been good, miss. Let's not get carried away. The game has been good.
I mean, what more do we want, Ishan? Look, I'll tell you. I'll tell you something. For example, Conference League. That is something that you need coffee. You need V's. You
Yeah.
need all sorts of stuff to keep you. Conference League is something that our club doesn't need that. This
Right.
is
Right.
okay. Sure, we saw Auckland versus Bayern Munich. You're going to get in the Club World Cup some matches that are going to be a blowout, of course. But you're telling me PSG and Atletico Madrid, this is boring. Bro, we've seen good football from PSG. We've seen good football from Atletico Madrid.
Yeah. This is Champions League level match. I mean, two giant teams going out and out. Oh, yeah. So two giant teams going out and out with against each other and with the full squad as well. It's not that they're compromising with the squad and saying that all right, we're gonna take this as a Mickey Mouse match. It's not that. Both the teams with their
Oh.
full squad, full potential.
Steven saying probably the difference in standard of football means MLS teams ain't up to African or Saudi. Look, sure, but it's Club World Cup, brother. Like, what are you going to do? Of course, the MLS teams are not up to standards. Of course, they're not. But
But they still drew with Al Ahly, isn't it? So isn't
I
isn't
mean,
isn't that a good thing for them?
but what are you meant to do? Just don't have ML. Like we see in the World Cup as well. Like there are certain teams that are just not good enough, and we're probably going to see a lot more. Next World Cup is 48 teams. Yeah, what are you meant to do? To not have these people participate? Oh, red card, Longley. What
Wow,
happened, Nishan? What happened?
2 yellows, 2 yellows.
What did he pick up a second yellow for? I
Oh,
missed it.
he pushed someone at the out of the box. Even I, wanted to get a second chance of it, but oh, bro, PSG are gonna be all over the place now. They're gonna
2-0
dominate.
down with a man down as well.
Watch PSG just pump things up.
Oh man, Due is so good. So yeah, I mean, Ishan, what are they meant to do? Not have any MLS teams? You know, like it's Club
Of course,
World
put
Cup,
them, no? Yeah,
so
of course, put them.
they're
So
gonna
it's more
get
like
booked. Yeah, but
means in Champions League team, it's more like you're saying, okay, all right, let's not have Club Brugge.
basically
Let's not
you
have
want
don't.
Super League. Basically, all
Yeah.
these people want is Super League. Didn't we fight against Super League?
Yes. Yes, that's a good point. You've caught the fish. You've caught the fish.
Basically, what everyone's saying is, oh, we actually deep down we actually won the Super League. That's
Yeah.
and I remember when the Super League issues came up, people were up in arms and very upset. It seems like people want Super League.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
Look, no one wants to see 10-0, of course. No one wants to see 10-0, but I don't mind seeing, I don't mind seeing teams coming up against different teams across the world. I don't mind seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, there will be occasional 10-0s, but that doesn't mean you're gonna disrespect this competition in such a way that you wouldn't want to see uh, a minor team drawing or even getting a edgy victory against the bigger teams. Do you know what I mean? At least have
100%.
that competition, have that chance, right? So it's more like in Premier League, you're saying, all right, won the Premier League, we're gonna just have top six teams fight
Just
against
top
each other.
16. Yep.
Just top six.
Don't worry about the bottom
You,
three that got relegated. Chop them off,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and just have the rest play each other.
None of the Crystal Palace, none of the Brentfords, none of them.
When's the next game? That's in about another hour and a bit. My time, 8 a.m., which I believe is 11 p.m. for UK, I think, 11 p.m. I hope Esteval Williams starts. Do we know? Is there any news? Is there any leaks? Does anyone know if there's any leaks?
Wow, what a legendary miss that was. Did you see that? Sorloth missing a Sita. Oh my days, how can
Or
you miss
did
that?
he? I missed it. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to watch it now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at Diego
That was
Simeone.
That was criminal settings,
Ah,
man.
bro, how do you miss that? How do you miss
That
that?
was some criminal settings.
How do you miss that?
I don't know. By being Timo
It's
Werner, but
all.
he's not.
I think it was more impossible to miss.
Yeah, he did the impossible, man. He must be praised.
Crazy. Stephen Michaels, morning prayers means yeah, done, bro. Done at halftime. Soccer 8, England 4, and 5 is WXI. Who's WXI?
If Atletico would have scored that, the situation would have been a bit more interesting going into the final 10 minutes of the game. Probably they could have pushed more to get the equalizer.
Yeah. This is where Ishan, Atletico Madrid's game under Diego Simeone comes under scrutiny a little bit. Like, it's all great when you start the game and you want to be mid block to low block and you're
Yeah,
looking for
yeah,
counter. But
right,
as soon as you go behind, what do you do then?
right.
It's almost inevitable. As soon as you go behind, it's almost like Atletico Madrid's going to lose.
Yeah. And plus against a team like a PSG who's not giving you chances at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. People don't want Super League. They just won't. People do want Super League. They just won't admit it. They just complain because of the Bayern 10 goals. People do want Super League. They just won't admit it. I think you're right. People do probably want Super League. They just complain because of the Bayern 10 goals. Yeah. I like watching, like, sometimes, the underdogs doing something. It's
Yeah,
always a great story.
correct.
Every World Cup that we've watched, there's always been a nice underdog story. Last World Cup, Morocco. Did we not appreciate Morocco doing what they did, going to the
Right,
semi-finals
right.
and almost beating France as well? Almost.
That's right. That's right.
Or are we going to say, nah, I never want to see France versus Morocco again because it's a mismatch? I don't want to see that. Sometimes these sort of stories are nice, man.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia versus Argentina, Ishan.
Yep. Oh yeah. Who could forget that?
So Jeremy saying, but Auckland is too much under two. Yeah, of course. I don't know how they qualified. That's something that we need to figure out. Like, how do other nations qualify? Is Auckland qualifying because in Oceania, where we are? Because you have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, Australia is actually part of Asia in terms of football. We're part of Asia. We're in the Asian group. New Zealand is still in the Oceania. So before, when we were also in Oceania, New Zealand would find it difficult against us. Ooh. But now New Zealand, goal. There you go, 3.
Wow. Did you see that miss earlier? It was like,
Yeah.
what was he doing? I think so it was Vitinha.
Yeah.
Just tried to pass it, but yeah, this is like one-way traffic now. An
It's a
annihilation.
one-way traffic, bro. It's an annihilation, bro. 3. Who scored this one? I don't know this guy. Someone new scored. Who is this guy who scored? How
Who's the
does
one who
Soloth
scored?
feel now? How does Soloth feel now? Does he feel good?
Did you see that overhead pass by Fabian Ruiz?
Yeah, too good, bro.
That's
Look at that.
absolutely
Beautiful,
brilliant.
beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, what a shot, like a rocket. But yeah, going back to the point, yeah, New Zealand, they're not part of that Asian. So I don't know. Maybe Auckland makes it because from every continent, someone's got to make it. So this Auckland's made it from there. So there's African teams. Is there a North American team, Ishan, by any chance?
North American team should be there.
I'm sure there's a Mexican team, bro. I'm sure there's a Mexican team.
There is a Mexican team. Yes, there's a Mexican team. North American. Not sure, man.
Obviously, there's South American teams. There is African teams. There is European teams, Asian teams. It's pretty much covered everywhere. Australia was gods in Oceania for decades, had to move to Asia to find challenge here. PSG, Papu smash Jermaine. Saloth should have been to the Dragons. I'm here, bro. Talk now, PSG. Ashraf is how many goals will Chelsea score tomorrow? I'm going for 4-0, you know. I'm going for 4-0.
LAFC, isn't this the club that Gerrard and Beckham was earlier?
Oh, yeah. No. LA Galaxy. Sure. No. They were LA Galaxy.
Oh, that was LA Galaxy. This LAFC is different than LA Galaxy. Wow.
They are. It's different team.
I don't watch soccer, man. I only watch football. That's why.
Ashraf saying LAFC is a Conference League level. Yeah, of course. All of these MLS teams are Conference League level. To be honest, even Inter Miami, and I did the review. If you guys haven't seen the review, subscribe to Ms. TV Total Football. And also, ladies and gentlemen, we've got quite a few now, nearly 50. Subscribe to Ishan TV. The link is literally on the title. So click on that title. Subscribe to Ishan. Make sure you guys show him some love. He started his channel. Give him all the support, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to try and promote this even at a much bigger live stream when we do Chelsea live streams and whatnot. And maybe even, in fact, tomorrow when we have the Chelsea game. So, yeah, give him some love, ladies and gentlemen. So when I did the review for Inter Miami, even with all these names, Messi, Busquets, they're all grandfathers now, man. They can't move. They can't run. Like, yes, look, Messi's still smart. Passing, free kicks. But
IQ. He's got the brains.
Man's walking, you know. He's literally
he's walking.
He's not running. He's not running. So, and then say with Sergio Busquets and Suarez, they're all walking. All of these USA-based, like MLS-based teams are Conference League level teams. They are.
Yeah. 100%.
Be careful. That Tunisian team is close level as Al Ahly. Al Ahly was strong, man. They just couldn't find a goal. They were very strong.
Agreed.
African teams are generally strong, so I wouldn't be surprised if that Tunisian team that we have in our group is also a strong team.
Bro, Mills, for this Club World Cup, FIFA tried everything they could to get Ronaldo a new club so that he could play this competition just for PR settings, and they failed at the end of the day. It's so sad for FIFA, but Ronaldo was a miss.
No, 100% sad. Ronaldo, I'm sure, would have thought that Al Nassr would qualify, but they didn't. Al Nassr, since Ronaldo has come over, they've not done anything. So I'm sure Ronaldo will try his level best to try and get something with Al Nassr, some sort of trophy. I'm keen to watch Al Hilal though. Al Hilal, strong team. I'm keen to
Yeah.
watch Al Hilal.
It'd be interesting to watch how they go head to head against the big teams, isn't it? The big European teams, and yeah, where's the level? Where's the
100%.
actual level?
100%.
Because
100%.
players have gone to these Saudi clubs at the prime of probably at the peak or so.
Yeah.
Now, has the level as an entirety, as a football club or as a league, has it elevated? Is it there? Is it up there?
That's what we need to find out. That's what we need to find out. Are they actually good enough? I do think Al Hilal are actually pretty good. I do think they're good, but we'll see. We'll see how good they are when they come up against the best of the best.
Yeah.
So that will be obviously interesting. Enzo Maresca press conference coming up at 1:30 midday UK time, midnight. So what's that? 9:30 a.m. for me. Okay. We're going to be watching Esteval Williams match at that time.
No, it's a possible penalty foul.
Oh, PSG going to get another one, huh?
It seems like, yeah.
Ishan, you're going to be off to bed after this?
Yes. I don't think, bro, it's already zombie hours.
Yeah, it's zombie hours.
That Palmeiras match is going to be mad for me, yeah. I would have definitely loved to watch Palmeiras.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are there for the Palmeiras match. Yeah. By the way, I'm pretty sure the lineup should be out for Palmeiras game, no? Is Estevan starting?
Yeah. It should be out by now.
I think that'll be a penalty, man. It's handball.
It's handball, yeah.
Yeah, Palmeiras and Porto will definitely be fun. Nope, it's not out. Live chat, let us know. What's going on? When will the... Yeah, penalty given. Yeah, penalty given.
But the way he pointed to penalty was so casual, man. It was like, yeah. It was like a there. It was like a there we land instead of here we go.
There we land. He should have done what the Miz does when he...
Yeah. I came to play.
Hey,
came to play.
no.
To pay. Tell me you to get down on your knees. Bro, you should have your entry tune as Mrs. Entry tune.
But is the Miz still with what's her name? Maurice or
Maurice? Yeah.
Maurice? Is he still with her?
Yeah.
I was watching some of the old matches yesterday. SummerSlam, I think. I can't remember which SummerSlam it was. I need to go back. And his fight against Daniel Brand. Yeah.
Daniel Brand.
I can't remember which SummerSlam, but he was coming and then he goes to the side and he full gives a mad kiss to Maurice. I was like, let me get it on. Let me get it on that as well.
I am Miz too.
I'm the real Miz.
I'm the real deal Miz.
Bro, Maurice is nice, bro. She's pretty good looking.
Yeah, of course.
Is that for real, Ishan? Is that for real or is that like made up for the WWE?
No,
Are they really?
No. They're husband wife, they've got 2 kids.
Like proper. This not made up.
No, they've got 2 kids, man. Got 2 kids, husband, wife. married for long, but if you didn't knew, Maurice was also a Playboy model for one of the months back in, I don't remember the year, but she was.
I remember Maurice, she wrestled as well.
Yeah, she was a full-fledged diva, WWE diva.
Wow. In all of this conversation, we've completely missed the penalty. They scored, obviously. That's how crazy it was at the end. We missed the penalty. I don't know, Ishan,
Yeah.
did you catch the penalty? Who scored the penalty? Lee Kang. Okay. All right, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. Ishan, thank you so much for your time.
Yes,
Ladies and
thank
gentlemen,
you,
make sure you subscribe to Ishan's channel. We'll be back here
Yes.
within less than 1 hour now. When's the next one starting? When do I have the next one?
I think so.
start?
1 hour, right? I think so. 1 hour from now.
The match
not-
starts in 1 hour, but the live stream starts. When do I have that live stream starting? When do I have that? Let's have a quick look. In about 15 minutes before kickoff. So in about 40 minutes we start that. So 15 minutes before kickoff, ladies and gentlemen, that live stream will start. Make sure you're there. Hopefully, Esteban, just quickly before I let everyone go, I need to just make sure Esteban William better start, bro. I ain't watching no
Yeah.
Palmeiras game if he doesn't start.
Yeah, maybe say sometime.
Bro, where's the lineup? Why don't they have the lineup yet, Ishan? Where's the lineup?
They should already have it now.
Can someone confirm, please? Live chat, please confirm. Please confirm.
Guys
Here we
in the
go.
live chat?
Yes. Yeah, Estevan starting. Estevan and Vitor
Esteban
Roque
start.
as well.
Yes.
All right, we shall see you guys in 40 minutes. I'm so excited. First time I'll get to watch Esteban William live, man. I'm very, very excited. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. See ya. Goodbye. Make sure you subscribe to Ishan's channel, Ishan TV. The
Yes.
link is literally there on the description. Give him all the love, and we're going to keep promoting him more he comes to this channel.
Thank
Until
you,
then,
man.
everyone,
Thank you so
take care.
much. Thank you,
See ya.
guys.
Goodbye.